and Tariq broke up.
Who?
Fernando and Tariq.
Time ago. Why is it time ago? It's 2 weeks ago. Good morning, lovely people. Happy Thursday. It is the 25th of April. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And we'll go ahead and let you know who your hosts are for today.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Morning.
As always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Always, man. Brent, you up in here?
Good morning. How are you?
I am wonderful. I have a special shout out to give this morning. I'm shouting out Crept,
Okay.
Sasha, Nala,
Okay.
Nala's team, Boots, everybody. I finally tried Nala's baby body butter because I've got dry skin. And my, believe this or not, I've got dry skin because I clean too much. I like my skin to be like, do you get what I mean? And my esthetician was like, girl, you're dry, like you're drying out your skin, you're doing too much, whatever. So I'm kind of on the hunt for a good moisturizing, hydrating, moisturizer, body butter of sorts. I decided yesterday I went to Tesco, because you know me, last minute. Also, Brent, I think I'm gonna start living differently. I've been going through it the past 24 hours. I'm gonna start living differently. But anyways, my eye caught the Halle Bailey. I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to try that. Tried it this morning. First of all, it smells so delicious. I got the vanilla one. I got the Halle Baby body butter in vanilla. Honestly, I can lick myself. It's so yummy. And then I used that, and honestly, wonderful. I know I've just used it now, but the way my skin is feeling, even with my clothing on.
I don't know which one is. One of them smells nice.
Oh.
My brethren swears by it.
Oh, I swear by it.
This brother's about 6'3", 265 pounds.
Listen.
Pure muscle, and it's rolling.
Listen.
He's drawing for the Nala's
Baby.
baby. I'm saying, what you doing? What you doing with that?
Even 6'3" muscle men need hydration. And Nala's baby will get you hydrated.
He gave me some one time. I was like,
listen.
it smells proper. I ain't used it enough to know what.
Oh, my skin feels so soft. Like, honestly, I just said, nah, man. Big up Nala's baby. You don't have to do all of that, bro. You're such an Amazon bandit.
Immediately.
Well, you can get it.
It
Tesco
says
club card.
Today by 2022. Add to basket.
Did it by 1 p.m. Honestly, no lie, slaps. Slaps. It's wonderful. Ugh. Then I paired it with the Vino oil that Melissa's wardrobe put us on. Look at black people. It's great.
You see what I'm saying?
She did a whole thing, put us on the oil. Avino worked with her, made her sponsor, because we like stuff like that, you know? And it's honestly, gosh, soft as a baby's bottom. Love it. Big up Crep, big up Sasha, big up baby Nala. Because had she not been here, we wouldn't have Nala's baby. Big up Nala, for real. Yes, that's my shout out this morning. That's where I'm at this morning. But I'm really good, thank you. I think I'm going to stop living on the edge and packing last minute.
That's the only way to do it, though.
Right? Right?
Didn't somebody suggest a topic of the day about said thing? Last minute, something or the other?
Yes. Ed.
Do you want to get back? Oh, okay, never mind, actually. I'm back for a while. Okay.
Do you... I didn't watch the video, but I'm guessing it was... Do you get better results if you do things last minute?
Yeah, do you need panic, basically? Do you need panic to make you...
No, because I don't like panic. Because that's what I realised. So in the past, I've just got it done. But yesterday, I felt very, very overwhelmed. Like, I felt very overwhelmed. I said, oh my gosh, I need a nap. But I couldn't nap because I'm running out of time. So, no, it's not the panic of it. I think I just hate packing. So I do it as and when I need to. And as and when I need to tends to be before I get on the plane. But then I was like, girl, why'd you do that? There's some things I leave till last minute. I'm like, I'll just do it tomorrow. And my grandma, God bless her soul, she always said to me, never leave to tomorrow what can be done today. What do I do? Sometimes I'd see, well, I live to tomorrow and I figure out tomorrow kind of thing. So I don't know, but I think I'm gonna live differently.
I do everything last minute, but I don't panic. So
I don't panic, but I get overwhelmed because it's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot to go through, and I haven't slept properly in the past 2 days.
it's just not in my suitcase. I know what I'm packing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
that's me.
If it's a last minute thing, it's not like, okay, last minute, open the suitcase and oh my God, what am I packing? The whole time I've been preying what I'm gonna,
But you know what it is,
I'm gonna
though?
pack already. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just about putting it in the suitcase.
I do the
could
same
it-
thing.
I can do it before the flight.
Because I do, I make like a detailed list, like skincare, toiletries, like so I know exactly what needs to go in the suitcase. But I think that doing a list, I'm a list, but I love doing a list. But it makes me feel like it's an easier task than is. So when I've started packing now and I've got 2 suitcases, I'm like, oh, space. Like I didn't factor space in when I was doing my list. So even though I know what I'm putting in there, the reality of having to arrange things now, put this there, be organized with this, and da-da-da-da-da, now I'm having to make cuts. Well,
I don't even like bringing toiletries. I go and buy them
Yeah, I'm not doing
at the airport or when I land. I'll go and get them because it's just always long traveling, and I hate having to have them stupid things that you gotta.
Oh, with the
what's your things?
Where you gotta separate all your stuff.
Yeah.
first.
Or the
I
liquids.
I never have nothing.
Oh, thankfully, because it's like it's a main bag. I'm throwing it all in the main bag.
And then sometimes you go back and stuff's bust and all that. It's just long.
I
for
did
me.
think that my
I'll
perfumes
just
are
go
full
to the
gosh.
supermarket. Yeah, maybe a
Please.
aftershave I might need to bring. But that's probably about it. If I need toothpaste and all that kind of stuff, I'll either
feeling
get it at
that.
the airport or if I land, go to the
No,
supermarket.
I'm so
just go
detailed. I
grab
get
it.
everything because I just like things done. Do you get what I mean? And even like with because I'm flying overnight, I've got like skincare for the morning. Do you know what I mean? But then there's duplicates in my actual suitcases. But I can't pack light though. Like if I'm staying somewhere overnight, I'm coming with a suitcase, baby. I don't have to pack light. It's impossible.
So when you're going back home, you actually use both suitcases.
Yes, but to be fair though, one of them is more my clothes and the other ones is,
Yeah.
things for people, basically. So when they're coming back, it's going to be filled with things for my household people. But yeah, so it's mainly one for my clothes, really. Then the other one's got like sweets and snacks, and I've got little nieces and nephews and stuff. And then my shoes.
Okay.
But it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I feel very overwhelmed. I had to get petrol this morning. It's the whole thing. Anyway, we're here.
When you going?
Tonight. I'm learning. You see what I mean? I'm working because I've been working on it. Because the Nigerian in you never tells me where you're going, just because. And why are you? People of the world, you never know. But I'm a child of light, so I'm trying to break free from that. But yeah,
I thought your face should cover you.
it does, and that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, I'm not. I can tell people when I'm going somewhere.
But faithful that works.
Okay. The faith that works.
No, I hear that though. That's a big one.
Listen.
Big one. People don't remember that part.
Listen, word boy. But yeah, how are you guys doing anyway?
I'm alright,
Yeah.
My teeth are feeling funny. I thought like my fillings was going. Remember I told you I was waiting for my teeth to defrost. That's what I was
Are you
yesterday.
serious?
No, because it's like I could feel it in my sleep. Like it felt like cold. Like
That was a real
cold
thing.
getting into my sleep.
I thought you meant you had drank so much the day before, and I thought that was some kind of saying. That's why I said to you,
Oh.
your sayings are just so random.
No,
I've
it's
never
like,
heard
it's
that.
like cold. It's like the cold was affecting this side of my tooth, and then since I've said that, I've noticed that when I drink cold water, I feel it there.
Oh,
as well.
sensitivity. Yeah, probably.
Sensitive. So I just now asked my dentist. I'm saying, yo, do I need a re-up on my
You do, you know.
on my
When did you get it?
fillings and that? Only a couple of years ago.
Okay, then no, you
He
shouldn't.
messaged me. He said, no, that don't make sense because you went all that time without needing fillings, and then he goes, unless you've been moving crazy with sweets and stuff like that, which I'm not. He's like, you don't think it's that. But then he started trying to get into his other doctor bag. I don't know if he's qualified. He's saying, boy, you know, stressing them thing they're going over. You've been sleeping. I'm saying, everybody, listen, cool you about my teeth, Harmsy. Like, I don't know.
Like you said, I don't know if it's qualified.
I'm just saying. I asked you about my teeth, trying to talk about my
He
mental
is talking
state.
to you about your teeth.
No, he's
It
talking about my
all
mental state now.
It's all connected.
Well, I don't know, but even this morning, like the cold water, I was drinking it, and I'm saying, yo, I need to make sure because I ain't never had a toothache in my life, but the stories I've heard about it.
Mate, I've
I
heard
want one.
stories. I've seen things.
But he said it
With
shouldn't be
cheeks
that,
all
so I don't know what it is.
nah.
It's been sensitive,
Yeah. Do you sense the toothpaste though?
like extra sensitive toothpaste.
No, like your toothpaste should also cover sensitivity of your teeth.
Like Sensodyne and that.
Yeah.
I don't use that.
Nah, I just got
Regular stuff.
Colgate, Aquafresh or something.
Do you know like like when your teeth is sensitive is one of the most horrible feelings. It's such it's not really pain.
Yeah.
But that feeling is just so uncomfortable. Like, it's like being pinched.
That's how I'm feeling now.
Ugh.
Right.
Yeah, it's not it.
So I don't know. Should I get Sensodyne or something?
Yeah, I think defo. The FTSE probably, teeth are sensitive. So defo get that.
It's just 2 days though. How did that come? How did that forward about? How did that happen?
I don't know, things happen.
You better revert back to type as well though. Ain't playing no games. But as long as I don't need fillings, I have to take a video so I just try and double check. But as long as I don't need no fillings, I ain't trying to get caught slipping.
Feelings are, boy. To be fair, my last sentence was actually nice. 'Cause I had a feeling, I think, beginning of the year. It was so lovely. I didn't even know when he injected me. He lied though, talking about he's going to wear out in 2 hours. It was the whole day. The whole day. I was looking at you like, I was seeing a few months though. But yeah, but how are you, E-Man? Brent, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, I can't complain. My baby's birthday's coming up.
Oh, that's so
man.
sweet.
So,
Pick up the baby.
you know,
How's she going to be?
4. Yeah, man.
So cute.
So just trying to,
Sort all of that out.
yeah.
I love kids with their birthdays, man. They get so happy.
Oh, I'm telling
Just
you.
love it. Well, until they get a sibling, actually, because it was my niece's birthday yesterday. My nephew was, every time they sang her birthday, he was having a mad. he was, she's like, no! I was like, first of all, he was calling me a good girl the other day. He's like, he's time to talk now. And the other day, I think I was carrying him, he was like, oh, like, to put him down. I put him down, he was like, good girl. I said, and if you want something, it's like, oh, like, you want something, and then you give it to him, he'll be like, good girl. Even his grandma's got everyone good girl. I said, okay. But no, I love kids, man. So sweet. Brent, how are you, sir?
I'm alright, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Lovely. The tweet is out.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me try and get through all of these greetings in the chat. Good morning, Iman B. Good morning, Sarah Amar. Good morning, J Fats. Good morning, Kasumi. Good
Have you had J Fights before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Fanan. Good morning, Emma Nant. Good morning, Dr. Mani. Good morning, Mother Booth. Good morning, Nyamdi.
Ooh.
Good morning, RJM. Good morning, Crud Crow. Good morning, Amy Snowglobe. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, DWN. Whether it's down or dawn, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you again. Good morning, Amamit. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Davina. Good morning, Kida147. I'm here nearly every morning and never say good morning. So morning, everybody.
Big up.
Do what it do.
Welcome to the chat.
Good morning, Everest. Good morning, Teddy Tips. Good morning, Esquire. Good morning, Black Mara. Good morning, Amonti. Good morning, Akua. Akuya Yaboa. Good morning, Lala. Good morning, Noreen. Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Ghana Greatness. Good morning,
Oh, I like
Greek. Good morning.
that.
Good morning, Star Crew. Good morning, Cred. You look familiar. Good morning. I think that. SLM 86. Good morning, No Behavior Podcast. Good morning. I think that's it. Solo. Good morning, Solo.
All right, lovely morning, people. I hope you guys are doing well
Is
and
it?
you're
Is
feeling
it?
blessed
Is it?
and you are great.
Tomorrow we'll announce when it is a campaign officially begins.
Oh,
So
I'm going to tune in.
yeah, you guys will need to stop asking me after that.
Let's get off my
you
back.
would know, innit? Obviously. And obviously for those who've already invested, thank you very much.
Big
You
up,
guys
y'all.
are amazing
Yep.
and welcome.
You quick.
Welcome to the
fast
ownership
people.
group.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the ownership group. It's good here. It will get better
Yep.
very quickly.
And your kids will thank you for it, man.
100%.
Amen to that.
Not just the kids. I mean,
Yeah,
they don't
kids too.
they don't need
Everybody.
to have
You
kids
thank
at
you.
all.
Future you
Yeah,
would thank
true
future
indeed.
you would thank you for you.
Precisely.
All right.
True.
You.
Pardon me, guys. That's true.
Yeah, I love the support. And those who regularly talk to me, then have sent me pictures of their share certificates, like beaming.
Oh, really?
Love you
Beautiful,
all.
man.
Love you,
Dope,
love
dope.
you all. Love you, love you all.
Oh, big up the TDA community, man. Sorry, TMB community.
Every time.
Y'all look
man.
great.
Each and every time. They're the same community.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But
you're-
TMB is just more like,
Mm,
yeah, you have more involvement outside of TDA. Do you get me? Big up, y'all.
100%. And the thing is that there's even more to come from TNB
That's
as
the
it
thing.
pertains to artistic expressions. You'll soon see, but we're really, really, really looking to basically flip everything on its head and make this as entertaining a movement as possible. But all in due time.
Absolutely.
All in due time.
Absolutely.
Is there anything from Spotify?
There is.
All
Curtis.
right, then.
Curtis the man.
Curtis.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so Curtis said, actually, funny enough, he said, Brent, stop playing.
Huh?
So for real, I guess that's fitting.
I wonder why I did what I did just now.
Then I think Curtis knew. Curtis Future him knew. So Curtis says, Brent, stop playing. This is why I go gym and lift big weights. I'm the final boss. I'm the final boss when it comes to fighting for Esther's love. I'll fist up every last one of these men. All right.
Oh, that's in response to the Chims comment.
Yeah, it is.
You keep playing with Chims.
Then he says they play. Oh, you said they
you
play.
keep playing with Chims. When you see
He
Chims,
said morning, babe. Morning, babes.
you're saying you're going to the gym.
I mean, I'll be real with you. Chims lives.
He
at the
lives in the
He
gym.
lives there.
Like, Chims is there 5 a.m. stats every morning.
I'm reminded of that Bain line. What's that Bain line?
What is it? You know the dark light one.
What you was I was raised by it. That one.
Get in the spirit. Because whenever you say it,
Get the
it
spirit.
sounds differently when it is. You actually deliver it.
When he goes, the darkness.
That's it. That is it.
That's when I knew Bane was a madman.
Amazing actor. All right. Cool. Let's kick on.
All right, let's do, please. I said when I'm traveling. See what I'm saying? It's things like that trying to shake my faith.
I'm telling you.
But I know.
Yeah, man.
Still I rise.
Is that like sharing your
Covered by
live
the blood of
location?
Jesus.
For Nigerians, it actually is. For Nigerians, it's worse than sharing your live location. For Nigerians, it's like sharing your nude. It's like it's so like for Nigerians, it's the most evasive thing ever. It's wild. Yeah, even if you say you had an errand for me to say you want me to give someone something, they wouldn't even be like, "Oh, I'm doing this week." Like they're never gonna tell the person. So you're not gonna know when your shit's delivered to the person you need it to deliver to. They're just like, "Oh, I'll be this week." They don't trust anybody. Like anybody. It's wild.
I was going to tell a story about somebody, but no point. You don't won't believe me as well, innit?
No, say actually.
Alright, so basically,
You didn't do much convincing. You didn't even try to fight back.
He was dying to
You
get
said, "All
that
right."
shit up.
one of my mom's friends, her brother
Yeah.
is a king, innit?
Okay, yeah.
And so obviously, maybe some people knew when he was coming back home, innit? So obviously he's come back home, got into his house, and they've come and robbed him. Yeah, like guns and all sorts. Yeah.
Oh no, I remember that. No, I don't remember that. Sorry, that is standard. I definitely believe
That's what I'm saying.
That's very standard.
The only part that obviously people may not believe is that obviously he disappeared. Yeah, they couldn't kill him. He survived, didn't it?
Oh, like in person.
Yeah.
So he got there, saw the robbers, and just like, "Oop, choop, I'm out."
He was out of there. He was out of
Then
there.
I'm out. So he couldn't. Why do people disappear if you can't in your what's the opposite of being present? In your absence, in your disappearance. I knew she was going to say that, you know. In your disappearance, like, do stuff. He could have been slapping them up.
This is true. But I think it's just more so emergency. Get out. ASAP.
Emergency. And then when you get to your destination,
Exactly.
where did he appear?
I'm not too sure, but somewhere else. Obviously, this is why we know the story,
Can you
innit?
imagine? No. Can you imagine going to your house, see that you're being robbed, disappearing, and then now Mark's even like, "Oh boy, there was danger in my house." Nigerians are one of a kind, man.
I'm
Honestly.
telling you. But yes, our first headline. Did you guys see the runaway military horses?
No.
in
Yes, I
Central
did.
London? Yeah, man.
Nothing. That's my worst fear. Being chased by animals anyway freaks me out. I've been there, experienced that. I nearly died. I wanted to die. But you see them horses, even when I drive past them, I was like, if they decide to chase my car,
Oh man,
that's scary.
Yeah.
You see, one of them was so bloody.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I hope they figured out where the blood came from.
but yeah, well. Anyway, these runaway military horses charged through central London, injuring 4 people yesterday during the rush hour on Wednesday morning. So 5 horses from the household cavalry bolted after throwing off their riders during the morning exercise in Belgravia when they were spooked by nearby builders moving rubble. So the horses careered through the streets, smashing into a double-decker tour bus and a Mercedes-Benz people carrier. Witnesses on Buckingham Palace Road recounted seeing a serviceman thrown from his horse and one of the loose animals crashing into a taxi waiting outside of Claremont Hotel and shattering its windows.
Damn.
Footage captured by passers-by, which is obviously the one you saw as well, showed a blood-stained grey horse galloping through the traffic around Tower Bridge and the Strand. Ambulance crews treated 4 people in 3 separate incidents in Buckingham Palace Road, Belgrave Square, and at the junction of Chancery Lane and Fleet Street in the space of just 10 minutes. And all the horses now have been recovered. Second headline. Brent, if you don't mind, can you Google Ben Habib? Ben Habib, yeah. So he's the deputy leader of Nigel Farage's Reform UK, right? And he sparked outrage. Why? Because he said that Britain should absolutely let migrants drown in the English Channel. But when I'm listening to the name, looking at the name Habib, I'm thinking, I don't understand what's going on here. And lo and behold, this is the first time I'm seeing this guy. This is Ben Habib,
That's wild.
who's obviously not indigenous to this country.
But don't you think that it's so funny though? Because even Rishi, Priti Patel, all these people, they're all foreigners.
True indeed.
None of them are white with blue eyes and pale skin.
Yeah.
Not one of them. And they're all the ones pushing the migration bills. But then when they want to get elected, they're happy to tell you that they once had a dream and their lovely immigrant parents came here. And so now guess what? I'm running for prime minister or wherever it is they're running for. But then they're the same ones trying to keep other people from coming in here to have the same story one day.
At what point do you become British and take on that stance though? Because Farage ain't fully British. Boris Johnson wasn't fully British. This Habib ain't even 1/4 British. So
Seven or third.
you know what I'm saying?
It's never a sprinkle.
So
British.
at what point do you just become British and say, to hell with my ancestry? You know what I'm saying?
Do you know, I think it's who they chill with. Because it's very like, because if you think about the circles that they're in, it's very like white male dominated. And unfortunately, you're going to find a lot of white male mindsets in that place.
100%.
And so I feel like they forget. I think the issue sometimes with people who are ethnics and they do all that stuff, they forget who they actually are. And I don't think they have enough community, because I can't imagine, surely you don't have family that you that look like you, that you spend a lot of time with, where they're telling you about your cousins back home, and do you know what I mean? Like, surely you don't, because there's no way you'll be hearing about your cousins who are struggling back home and this and that and whatever else, and they're working hard, because people back home work hard, hard workers. And then you then be like, oh, that's so crazy on Sunday night or Sunday roast, and then Monday you clock in to say, hey,
It's true.
keep them boats out. So I think it's the people that there is a circle. I feel like they really immerse themselves in those white spaces, and that they forget who they are. And because those ones are chummy with them, they feel like, oh yeah, I'm one of yous. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You never will be.
But you see, this is why, Mark, this is what we were talking about yesterday, isn't it? This is why it's important, I guess, when we're raising our kids, to keep them around people like us still.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, this is definitely not just in my mind. I've seen a picture of Kevin Badenoch when she was small with her dad, wearing native everything. Like, he's obviously like a typical Yoruba man.
He's a Papa Agbada kind of
You know
man.
what I'm saying? But yet,
She's over here.
then the daughter seems like the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You know?
But what about them, the older generation that came over that want to like raise their kids and want them to assimilate properly, like on some like forget.
Yeah,
your
there's people like
culture,
that, you know.
Forget your culture thing. Like, stop trying to be like. That's not. I brought you here for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Go and be British. Go be English.
Then I feel
There's
like at
people
some
that do
point,
that.
but I feel like at some point, as an adult, you have to then figure out what you want your identity to be.
I heard someone say yesterday that his grandfather was Jamaican and he was part of the Windrush generation. And his thoughts and his psychology was, if I'm coming to this country, I want no trouble. I want just peace.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, I need to assimilate as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And in his mind, assimilating as quickly as possible was getting with one of the white women and having a mixed race child.
He just wanted an excuse.
I hear him.
He just wanted to justify his
You
his
understand?
desires.
When I heard that, I'm thinking, nah, that's hustling backwards.
But he didn't know. He didn't know what he didn't know. That was a genuine thought.
I don't even know if that was accurate. I don't know if he told the story accurately. I don't know
He's missing out.
if his grandfather's intentions were as he was saying. Do you understand? Just wanting peace.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
yeah,
he did
two
want
things
peace. He
could be
wanted
true.
peace or something.
Okay, and he got it.
Got it.
Then he got it.
But even like say that my nan like she weren't on this. She's never been one of them. Go back. I'm going back home and vegetarian. She couldn't give a toss. She left everybody for a reason. She's not on this Jamaican thing. She
She
ain't
said,
trying to-
"I'm no forward ever, backward never."
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah, I
trying
hear
to
it.
go back home and trying to vegetarian. I'm in England. I left there for a reason. Like, just
Yeah.
hate that place. I don't know, that upbringing was rough and that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, she couldn't. She said, "Fuck, I ain't going back there. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Came here for a reason. I'm in the promised land now."
The life flowing milk and honey, child. Yeah, there are people like that who don't look back for different reasons. I don't know, man. It's interesting.
Funny enough, there's even people back home who are
Yeah,
preparing their kids so they can leave.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Yeah,
how many people say stop speaking Yoruba, start
Yeah.
learning English? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All that
yeah.
stuff.
I remember because sometimes, so growing up, I can speak Yoruba. And my grandma was very, very intentional. Like my family, very intentional about the fact that we can speak the language, understand the language. Like my grandma was so annoying. She studied here. She was a nurse here. She was a very dramatic woman. Well, that's where I get it from. And then, but if you're saying stuff to her in English, she'd be like, "No, I don't know." She'll tell you in Yoruba, "I don't know what you're saying."
Yeah.
You have to speak Yoruba kind of thing. And I remember that she would always get like compliments. People would be like, "Oh my gosh, they speak so well." Just like, oh. And then people would say like my kids can't speak the language, like kind of
As if it's a
bragging.
good thing.
You know my grandma, she's giving them a lecture. That woman, any excuse.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. There was people who felt like they just wanted to disassociate from back home. It's sad, but I don't know what people's experiences are. But
That's exactly my parents, how my parents were in Ghana.
yeah,
Their parents would never like answer them in Tree. It would always be
English.
in Yoruba.
Oh, in Yoruba. Okay, yeah.
Because they knew they'll speak Tree from being in Ghana.
This is
So let me make sure I teach you.
Yeah, my grandma, that was her thing as well. Because to be fair, in Nigeria as well, you kind of study whatever language, you tend to study whatever tribe you're from. So I did Yoruba, my Igbo friends did Igbo. I'm not sure if we have Hausa, but yeah, so that happened. But my grandma, that was her thing. It's like when you're in school, she always said, when you're in school, you speak English and whatever else. But when you're in this household, we speak Yoruba. She was cheeky there because sometimes she'd be speaking English. Then when she wants to say no to something, then all of a sudden she don't understand no more. It's like, girl. But I think it's important. But again, like there's certain people that just leave. You don't know why they're leaving.
Yeah.
So I guess they just don't want to. They don't want to remember.
That's true.
But yeah,
Yes, talking about Mr. Ben Habib, right? So he's the party's Wellingborough parliamentary.
sorry, last name Habib and your first name Ben is wild. It's funny.
Yeah, but this
Benjamin
man,
Habib.
can you imagine? Well, this man that you guys saw up there on the screen said that asylum seekers attempting to reach Britain in small boats should suffer the consequences in a widely criticised interview on Wednesday. He also said, "Let's not infantilize these people. They have free will. I'm not going to be held ransom by their claim that they deserve protection as soon as they get into our territorial waters. If they choose to scupper that dinghy, then yes, they have to suffer the consequences of their actions." The person who was interviewing then said, "Then you would leave them to drown?" He said, "Absolutely. They cannot be infantilized to the point that we become hostage to fortune." That's what he said yesterday.
That's wild.
Yeah. And our last headline, also linked to asylum seekers. An Irish government minister said that more than 80% of asylum seekers in Ireland cross into the country from the UK. Tensions over immigration has risen in Ireland amid an increase in migrant arrivals and an acute housing crisis that has forced some asylum seekers to sleep in tents. Helen McEntee, who's the Justice Minister, told an Irish Parliament Scrutiny Committee, "I would say it's higher than 80%. It's what the minister added as she gave evidence on Ireland's decision to opt into new EU asylum rules that aim to speed up migrant returns. The Irish government believes that almost all these people have arrived from the UK. A significant number are thought to be Nigerians, and there has been a spike in asylum claims from Nigeria. There's a returns agreement with the UK which would allow Ireland to return migrants with refugee status in Britain." And that's it for our headlines.
All right, let's get into what you're saying topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, this is based on child alcohol consumption levels, right, reaching the highest amongst generation lockdown. So this is crazy, right? I was obviously watching my daily Tory newspaper, and apparently what
so
came
proud
out.
of yourself.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to leave you guys. but according to this article, yeah, international research shows that the number of children in England drinking alcohol has soared in generation lockdown to reach record levels. Yeah, so I'm pretty much asking you guys, what do you think is the cause of this? Because pretty much what it's saying is 1 in 3 have had an alcoholic drink by the age of 11 in this country.
But like sneakily or because
in
your
fact,
parents are like, get a glass.
well, I'll give you a percentage, right? So
it don't count when you give the baby some brandy to go sleep, though.
no.
That don't count.
I think they're talking about the kids. yeah.
So the alcohol
They're
starts.
talking about that. You know what I mean?
Let's say it starts.
But in terms of like the Europe, England is at the top of the list, you know. 35%.
Of course it is.
35% of boys have been drunk.
Drunk?
11-year-olds who have ever 11-year-olds who have ever drunk alcohol. 35%.
You know this ain't our issue, right?
We're in the black community.
I'm just saying you don't know. In England, they're talking about. You know this ain't our issue.
Well,
It ain't us.
my mother gave Daryl some whiskey. Or is it rum? It could be whiskey. In his milk. And that was the only thing that got him to sleep.
Yeah, you could do that. That's not the issue. That's not what we're talking about. Even when you're at a Christian or party or something, and you might make them taste a little baby sham one time, or give them a little I don't know, something, so that they go, no, they don't like it. That's not the issue we're talking about. We're talking about these kids being plastered by the time they're 11 and properly drinking.
That's
and
wild.
I think that's boozy. That just speaks to boozy Britain and the whole and the whole culture and that.
Yeah, because
I
when
just
you
feel
said
like-
it was, when you said Britain was number 1, I'm not shocked by that. It's an alcoholic state or nation.
It makes sense. If you go out, if you even leave London and go out on a town, hit one of them town centres on the weekend, or go
What
on
the weekend benders?
or
What
go
they
on
call it?
a European holiday spot, Ibiza, Malia,
Magaluf.
Magaluf, Corfu, Zante. Go and see how these people act. And I say that I've been involved, you know. But I mean,
That's the point.
I've been involved. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Influence can't help it. You know what I'm trying to say? But
What?
I'm just saying.
Can't help it.
But no, see how they roll, and it makes perfect sense. They've been prepping for this their whole life.
Dead ass.
It's crazy though. Like, I guess in this article it's also talking about they're mainly concerned for the girls because it's never been this high for the girls, and I believe it's 34% of the girls have drunk alcohol at the age of 11. 34%.
That's a
of
big
girls
number,
as
you know.
well. This is much higher than like every other country, you know. Like Moldova comes in second, Bulgaria, them type of countries. They're not disrespect to them, but they're coming in like second and third to England. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on
No,
there?
fair though. But then that's the thing with Britain though. Is like you said, it's boozy Britain. Like there's the alcohol is just so pushed and so normalized here. It's wild. Like not drinking alcohol, you stick out like a sore thumb. So, I mean, under the age of 11 though, it's shocking.
Yeah, exactly. Bear in mind though, in 2022, yeah, it was 35%. 35% of boys had tried alcohol by this age as well, but that was up from 23% in 2018. So something's got worse.
Oh, COVID.
Yeah, and this is pretty much what they're
Because
talking
hella
about.
adults were drinking, but people were waking up. To be fair, I was having most. I was having most for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but that's because my family were doing brunches, we're doing barbecues, it was the whole thing.
The amount of liquor I ran through.
Bro.
Because we was getting drinking, we was on FaceTime and everybody was thinking, so we was just turning up. Everybody was drinking all day, no reason.
That was
And I
wild.
remember I collected my bottles that I finished and I was
So
putting them on my
embarrassing.
fridge, yeah. And it was a matter of weeks. It wasn't that long. And I showed them, look what we've gone through. And I showed them the top of my fridge and they said, you didn't do that. And I said, what do you mean I didn't do it? You've done it with
We
me. Like,
did it.
like,
Go check your fridge, just because you've been recycling.
Just because you didn't, just because you hid the evidence. Because I'm telling you, this is what we've drank. Man, I said, no way. Like, it
that
was
was
a
wild.
lot.
Crazy.
So yeah, I feel like that's the reason for the 23% jump.
Yeah.
Defo COVID.
The lockdown was a tough time, but there was nothing else to do.
I mean, they had school.
No, it was
That like
home-
Zoom school.
It's homeschooling and
Oh yeah, that would have been the worst thing.
But then your parents are around though. Why are you?
Yeah, well, the parents are out of it. The parents are not the parents, I feel like everyone was just doing their own thing. So your parents are drinking and whatnot. They don't know what's in your sippy cup. They think it's apple juice. They don't know it's apple juice and Henny. You don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it might have been like learned behaviour, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Lockdown was a couple of years, so you could have been 9 watching them drink all the time and then come out and be like 11, 12
you
going to
you're
secondary
expert.
school. And then, that's how you that's how you turn up, that's how you enjoy yourself, innit? So you just go into it. And then, it's probably just learned behaviour, just seeing people drinking and turning up all the time. Because there's literally nothing else to do.
Well,
That would have been,
well.
no one did nothing. Oh, the workout crew. There was the workout crew.
Oh, I was working out. Big up Gina.
Were you on the workout crew?
Yeah, but Gina was doing train to slay.
Yeah, the workout crew's on the lives.
I was working out. I was working out every day, 5 days a week. That was lit.
That's foolishness. I can't do this.
That's foolishness.
Working out in the
I
house
was
just feels
doing
like a
that
soul
with
workout.
Gina. I
It feels
was
like a
doing
soul workout.
boxing.
I couldn't do that.
That was. I got so used to home workouts because there was no choice. I was like, I'm sorry. There's nothing else to do.
I'd have to go out
Gonna
in
have
the
to do
grass
it.
and do it in a park or something like that. That mindset feels like just being caged in, just waking up every day, standing in front of that TV and doing your foolishness on the mat. I couldn't do it. Like,
So if I did boxing in the garden,
it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for
Still.
me.
Yeah, that was a
tried.
good time. And I was working as well. I wasn't furloughed.
I found some brother on YouTube with a 6-pack. I was trying to do his workout.
What was that girl?
One time.
Chloe Ting. Do the girls in the chat remember Chloe Ting? This Asian girl on YouTube. Everyone was doing her workouts because this is how we can get abs apparently. But then if everyone's drinking, how are you going to get the flipping abs? So everyone's doing the Chloe Ting challenge, but people are going to the drinking. But she was some Asian girl that her workouts she was hitting millions because everyone she went viral basically. That was a good time.
Well, like I was saying, with the boys, from 2018, it went up 23% to 35. Up from 23% to 35%. For the girls, this is why people are kind of concerned because it was down at 17% and it's jumped up. It doubled to 34% over that same period. Also, obviously England remained the heaviest drinking nation as children reached their teens as well. So from 11 going up to 13, the figures show 57% of 13-year-old girls have drunk alcohol, 57%, and 50% of boys. It's less for boys
That's horrible.
when they reach their teens. So, I don't know, man. Like, what's happening in the UK that's making these figures, these sort of things happen? Because it's not only the drinking, it's also the vapes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the report also shows that England has the highest levels of vaping in Western Europe at the age of 11, with rates among girls overtaking those of boys as children reach adolescence as well. So by the age of 15, 40% of girls have tried e-cigarettes, along with 26% of boys. So why are the girls in their teens doing more vaping? Why are they drinking more than the boys? And why are boys and girls drinking as much and vaping as much as well?
Do you know what? Do you think there's enough education about alcohol and stuff? Because I feel like I think I said this the other day when we talked about the vaping thing. There was a lot of emphasis about smoking. When I was in school, it was all about don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. There wasn't so much about alcohol.
That didn't help. They all smoked.
They did.
They all smoked.
They did all
I
smoke.
went to school in Israel and they all smoked.
They did,
White boys were smoking
but then I feel
from
like
young. And anybody and the majority of the people that ask me to get them cigarettes and stuff outside shops is usually girls. It's usually little young girls more than the boys. It's usually the girls that be asking. So I don't know what the science is behind that. But and they've been doing it from young. They're young. They're like 11 and that. You could tell they shouldn't be smoking. They're like, excuse me, can you get me some cigarettes, please? It's like, what? Give me your money, come on.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head when you mentioned COVID, because Dr. by the name of Joanna Inchley, she's from the University of Glasgow. She was basically saying that some of this could be the effects of lockdown on social lives, mental health, relationship with schools. We all know that COVID had a big impact on this particular group. So it's COVID pretty much that's causing it. But why is it affecting the English people far more than everybody else in Europe?
because it's them, it's their culture.
I think if you done
Fish and chips, alcohol, that's the Brits' life.
and if you done the numbers beforehand, I think it would have been.
Yeah, it would
They would have been the top of the league. They would have been top of the league anyway.
They're always going to be top of the
The
league.
youngers smoking and drinking, they were always going to be top of the league anyway. This is their story.
This is actually, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like the stats are just available now.
Yeah.
But it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. Maybe people are being more honest in their what's it called, surveys and whatnot. This is not new. This is not shocking. This is the Brits' way to live.
My next door neighbours I got next to, the mum's like white English and like Cypriot, and the dad was Turkish.
Yeah.
But they're British culture and that whatever. They'll be in that yard. They were smoking like bushfighters. I'll never forget. In front of them little babies, like
Them
regular.
passive smoking. Now the kids are growing up craving the cigarette.
Every one of them babies smoke today. Every last one of them. All the girls, there's 4 of them. They all smoke. And they never stood a chance. I've watched them.
No, they never
Huh?
did.
They never stood a chance.
They never didn't.
I watched that kitchen filled with smoke every day. Puff, puff, give. No, I'm telling you, the baby didn't stand a chance. And that's just normal.
Do you know why smoking is there? Because I remember I was in, I went to visit someone in the cancer ward one time in the hospital. Cancer. This woman, like, went downstairs to smoke.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I was like, girl, really? Not even when your lungs are giving out. Do you see my phone is when people smoke here and then they're coughing heavy, dirty cough and they go back in. I'm like, nah, the addiction is mad, man.
You used to forget that we used to smoke inside.
What?
We used to smoke inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
It
that was
might
a wild
seem
time.
crazy to you
I
now,
couldn't
but we used to
imagine that.
smoke inside. Restaurants.
I couldn't imagine that.
People are there smoking.
I'd have been fighting for my life because
Nightclubs, like smoking.
I would have been fighting
Office in the office.
for my life.
You watch certain old TV shows and they go they go in to check their GP. They're going to check
Smoking.
their GP and the GP's on something.
Yeah.
The GP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now come tell me smoking kills. Boy, back. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that was a wild time.
I think that'd always be top, but I just the numbers obviously the surveys just changed.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say? But I think if you at any given time in history you check that survey, then
You find the Brits there.
you're gonna find the Brits there.
Always number one.
This is a bit of a woke joke, yeah. So we're kind of throwing woke joke into this, yeah. What do you think the link will be between affluence and alcohol consumption? So do you feel like the richer you are, the less or the more? What's your thoughts?
I think you just drink better quality alcohol when you're richer. And when you're drinking better quality, it doesn't really have the effects like bad alcohol. I'll be honest with you, big up Uche's rum. That was when I realized that no, a lot of stuff people drink is poison because I was making cocktails on Christmas Day. I woke up, no headache, no hangover. I was at the gym at 9 o'clock in the morning doing burpees. And I felt fine and good and just carried on with my day as if nothing happened. Yeah. So I feel like it's about the kind of alcohol. So if you're drinking Glens and Sainsbury's Basic, oh baby, you ain't had no chance.
And that's the thing.
They're going to grip your throat.
The kids be drinking cheap liquor because that's what they can afford.
That's what they can afford.
If you started your journey on Glens,
bro. You're a killer. You're not
finished.
scared of anything.
You are finished.
You're not scared of anything.
That stuff is like paint stripper.
Yeah.
And they're drinking it for fun, for shits and gigs.
That's what flipping, what's his name, Trump, was telling people to drink to get rid of COVID. What a stupid guy. But no, I feel like with all the more richer people, they also drink, they also smoke and whatever it is, but they smoke cigars. They, you know, their alcohol is more like the 19 for the one that I don't know. The former, the ancestors, you know, dug in the thing themselves and the grapes that is finely picked and stuff like that. So I think it's just about cheaper alcohol. And unfortunately, I feel like with cheaper alcohol, I feel like it has worse effects on people's bodies than the premium ones would have. And so that's where it is. But I feel like a lot of old, richer people, because we find in the corporate scene as well, there's a lot hella functioning alcoholics. Hella like people that do cocaine.
Have you ever smoked?
Smoked what? A cigarette? No.
Oh, little weed head. Look at you.
Sex worker.
Well, you never tried it?
No, because I've
Have
got
you?
asthma.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You would have, what, in secondary school or something?
No, later, you know.
I swear.
Yeah, you should have tried secondary school.
No, but to be fair, I was never attracted to
Why
it.
is Brent looking at you?
Brent, why you
like
look like that? I just saw Brent move like a meerkat. Like,
So you started smoking in
started
university?
smoking.
It's too much stress.
Fair.
Have you tried cigarettes?
hear it.
I'm joking.
No,
Why you make your face like that for?
Because it's disgusting.
because it looks disgusting and it smells.
Yeah, but you don't know. You
To be
don't
honest,
know.
I don't know why I'm saying it smells nasty. Weed smells like bum.
What?
And I've tried that.
But we've been smelling. I like the smell of weed.
I don't know why. I don't know why y'all retort when I say that weed smells like ass.
Because
It does.
But
That's and then the question. Her response is accurate. Then she don't know what kind of bum you're smelling.
I don't understand.
you don't smell like ass to me.
Precisely, and it does.
And that's why
How about
her
you?
response.
How about you?
What, weed smells like ass?
Do you like the smell of weed?
Yeah,
Is
some
it-
of it. Some
what-
ganjas nice.
Is it pungent?
Yeah, strong.
Cool. But what type of
Not ass.
No ass.
This is not where my brain goes. It's not.
serious?
No.
I don't mind the smell of weed.
How come? Where does your brain go then?
What with weed?
Yeah,
I like weed.
I
The
know
nature.
you do.
I can see. You know what it is? Once when you stop smoking and you go around it, you can see how much
Yeah.
it stinks. If that makes sense.
What do you mean? It stinks. What do you mean?
That because it's strong in it. Like
I
so
feel
it's
like
not-
It stinks is a big word that you've just used.
I feel like the stale
it's
smell,
tantamount
though.
to me saying it smells like bum. But go on.
Isn't that bum?
Okay, so weed smokers, they got that not stinks when it's going off, like the after effect, like we're saying, that lingering effect, like when you've been smoking all. So when you come, like when Loons walks in and he stinks of weed, that's not like active weed. That's not the weed burning. That's not the weed in its purest form. That's when it's been lingering.
It's the receipts.
That's the receipts of it. Yes,
Yeah,
the
I feel like
residue.
it's the staleness of
The
the, weed
residue, the
smell.
staleness, the
That's
smoke,
horrible.
and you stink. You know what I'm trying
Is that
to
the
say?
face you use when it is that you smell somebody's bum? That's dirty.
What's wrong with
Not
you?
talking about clean bum, talking about dirty bum.
Who smells dirty bum? This is why I can't. This is why I don't
Yeah,
even
but then,
understand.
for example-
argument is you wouldn't know it was dirty until you got there.
For example, you ever walked into a toilet
Yeah,
that isn't kept clean,
clean. Yeah,
right? And that stench you get slapped in your face with.
You say that's what you equate the weed with.
No, I'm trying to get you closer to smelling
Bum.
Bum. Okay.
Right? I don't go around smelling dirty bum all the time, but in my
Amen to
head,
that.
this is
Okay.
what bum would smell like.
Okay, I get it. So in your mind, this is what dirty bum would smell
This
like.
is what dirty
okay,
bum
fair.
would smell like, right?
Yeah, okay, fair.
Sometimes I would smell something. I said, that's probably what eating tires smells like. And I've never eaten
Okay,
a tire in my life.
yeah. Okay, I
Right?
get that. It's just the way you said it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the explanation, maybe you have more information. That's cool. Anytime
Yeah.
you're not confused, I beg you tell me, keep going,
Oh,
until
we'll.
it is that you understand.
Of course, babes.
But I do not like the smell of that at all.
I like
At
kissing guys
all.
after they smoke weed. You missed it, mate. You rewind the clip when it's done publishing.
Yeah, no, I think weed smells. Like I said, I think weed smells nice, but like active. Like if you get a nice bud,
Yeah.
and it's nice, and then
When it's fresh.
when it's fresh, or when it's
Fresh off
and
the
it's,
press.
and it's being smoked, like I'm for it. It's like I said, it's the after, the lingering
That's
weed.
that's
and
the
again,
thing for
when
me,
you
though.
because you don't smoke as well. Now I'm more realizing what you smell in it because I'm not smoking, so I can
You can smell it.
yeah, you can smell
smell
it more.
bum.
But like I said, it's the after, the lingering, the residuals. Actually, even though I'm not smoking, if someone brings nice weed now and I smell it, this is good weed.
Oh, my
You get what I'm saying? It's not a bad smell. I
Different
like it.
strains, do they have a distinctly different scent profile?
Yeah, and obviously like there's actually like the skunk weed, the weed, that Thai weed, and that brown weed. This brown weed is smells different. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there's different. The Cali weed's got a different thing to it and all that. Like there's all different techniques, and then the way they grow it, different flavors. But if you go to them cannabis conventions and that, it's all different types of weed. You get what I'm trying to say?
Get really excited to talk about weed. Look at you, look at you, Lego shit.
Hey, you're gonna make me relapse. You're not gonna make me relapse, baby. Don't do it. You get me? Because I
That's
still love
educating,
weed.
you know.
I ain't turned against it or nothing. You get me? I just feel like I'm better off without it. Don't need to be walking around high all the time. You get me? I mean, I'd still dabble here and there if it was necessary, but wake and bake and being monged out all day and all that and needing it to go sleep and all that, it's not really a vibe. So that's why I kick the habit. But cigarette, the white boys, my brother and Laurie, I remember Lawrence, was secondary school. I would have been in year 7 or year 8, and everybody goes down to the toilets and smokes at lunchtime and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, man, come, man." It was down there. I went there one time with them. That cigarette was nasty. I knew,
Yeah, 100%.
this is not for me. One time, one cigarette. I said, nah, you don't enjoy your lunchtime. You get me? But when I found the weed, every lunchtime, I'm coming back higher than a miniskirt, boy. Hey, listen. I don't know how my form tutors dealt with us, because we used to sit in there thinking like they don't know. They would
can
know we were
smell it.
high. We're kids. We're like 12, 13. Your eyes are red. They know you're high.
That's so funny.
That must have been so tough for them.
I'm just thinking, do you know what? I can't bother. I'm just let
How do you
this
deal
go
with
past.
other people's high children?
You don't.
Like, what do you do?
You don't. You just let the lesson time
yeah.
go, and it's the next teacher's problem, and the next teacher, and the next teacher, and so you don't have to go home. I ain't dealing with that.
Serious and stupid question.
God.
Did the Windrush generation bring this scent profile to the UK?
This what profile? This
The said profile.
Scent profile to the UK.
Scent.
oh the weed.
Because you said that the teacher should know. But was it only when the West Indians came over
No,
that they were
because
introduced to this particular strain?
I don't know about the
Of
straight.
living.
Nah, man. Why? Like I said, I went to school in Islington, City Road. I went to Central Foundation. Most of the school was white. You get me? There was a big black pocket. But
Was there
most of
weed
it-
before black people came to this country?
They was bunning weed. Are you trying to say we influenced them? I don't know.
Was there weed before black people came to this country? Historian, talk to me.
There must have been, man.
I feel like there would have been.
There must
Because
have
where did
been.
Bob Marley pick up from when he came here?
The fact that he was here.
He wasn't. Why is he talking when nowhere near the mic? Then the fact that he was here.
Nah, there must have been, man.
I know there was crack and everything, but weed. And who was selling it?
I don't know.
White people.
White people.
Yeah.
100%.
Because white people,
They
I
would've
know,
been
like
white
it's
people.
obviously because of the PR, like Rastas and Jamaicans and black people get the like they're the face of weed almost. But white people love weed, you know, like love it. Maybe more than us, you know. Like white people, remember they love drugs in general.
They do, man. They
Their
love
drugs
it.
is their thing.
Yeah.
You get me? And weed is just like a friendly drug.
Are you sure?
You're forgetting what the Beatles and them guys were smoking in
When
Them Beatles used to be
sorry,
high.
What year were the Beatles
In the 60s,
popping?
there was
And
about-
when did West Indians come over?
I guess as early as the 50s during the
So what?
Windrush.
But
yeah,
you
but no, yeah, but the people that came over the Windrush, yeah, the educated people, they didn't just come with cannabis in their pockets.
wait,
and that.
don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't go like I'm saying. They came off the boat with their threads and pockets full of weed. That's
No,
not what
but-
I'm saying.
All right, cool.
That's not what I'm saying.
Wait, also, Brent, you have to remember that cannabis was kind of frowned upon in Jamaica, though, because like it was certain people that were smoking.
The
like, weed and
Rastas.
that. Yeah.
Remember they was onto them.
Yeah, so a lot of people that did come over, I guess. Obviously, not saying everyone just came from Jamaica, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't have been their norm. You know what I'm saying? For their own households.
Let me
and
do
things of
some
that nature.
Googles. Let me do some Googles to see if white people were burning the reefer before the Windrush.
Ask
generation. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them.
You be unbiased.
Well, whilst Brent's doing that, yeah. Oh, yeah. In fact, Marks and Brent, you didn't give your answers about what do you think the links are between affluence and alcohol consumption?
I don't know because I know poor people be drinking loads.
Loads.
Yeah.
This is true.
I think Esther's right. I think it's just the more money you got, just the better the quality that you be drinking. I think people that's affluent in certain circles as well, and depending on what they do, when they're mixing and dining and that, they'll be drinking a lot. So I don't know. I don't know who would drink more, but I don't think it's. I'd probably say poor people drink more. You know.
Okay. Brent, what are you thinking?
Actually, they've got more to drink about. That's true.
The type of drink that poor people drink, they consume it in larger quantities than the rich folk. The rich folk, 100% they drink a hell of a lot.
But you're talking about type of drink, though. Like, rich people ain't drinking no K's. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that is.
It's the worst drink in life.
Oh, okay.
What's it called?
K's. K-cider.
It's like Kestrel or something.
You know the black something.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's not even Kestrel. It's the other thing. Yeah, the case is serious though.
Yeah. You only need 2. That's sorted.
So that's you sorted.
No, I went. The white boys put me onto Strongbow. Leng that side of now. We was in Ibiza and they was drinking. I said, "What are you drinking? What are you just going for?" He's like, "Mate, the way this will quench your thirst." I'm saying, "Are you sure?" The sun was beaming. I said, "Let me try a Strongbow." I tried. I said, "Yo,
Refreshing.
this is refreshing. You're not onto something." You get me? I think they've even got like the mixed blackcurrant strongbow now. There's a pink one. Hey, strongbow's the thing.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Before I continue answering the question, Emmanuel. Early use, right?
Yeah.
Prehistoric and Viking era. All the way back then. Archaeological evidence suggests hemp was present in the UK as early as the prehistoric era. Vikings later brought cannabis seeds around the 10th century, and it was primarily grown for its strong fibers used in ropes and fabrics, right? Not to smoke. Medicinal introduction in the 1840s, Dr. William introduced cannabis into Western medicine after observing its use in India. It was used as a treatment for various ailments, even prescribed to Queen Victoria. So again, not recreational use like that, right? Now, increased popularity and restrictions. The late 19th and early 20th century, while cannabis remained available in medicines recreationally, the use was limited. 1920s to 1960s, Indian immigrants and influencers from the Caribbean increased awareness of cannabis as a recreational drug, but it remained relatively small scale.
India. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what you wanted to hear? All right. Cool.
But the Indians did popularize it in Jamaica too, though.
Well, there was bare Indians in Jamaica, no?
Yeah.
There were bare Indians in the Caribbean.
So if the Indians was the ones that revolutionized it and you had it for the medicinal, yeah, and then they heavily influenced the Caribbeans for recreational, because obviously they would have been doing it so much for the medicinal beforehand and realizing that, this has got other purposes, then they're the ones, that's the origin story, innit? So you got to give it to Indians, Brent.
True. It's a good conclusion.
I didn't know that though. I wouldn't have known the weed was the Indian man's thing.
Yeah, because the early beginnings of Rastafarianism had the influence of Indians.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Ben.
Yes, so drinking alcohol for the poor is like worshipping God for the poor. It's like opium, innit? So it was cheap and it will dull senses. It will take them away from their mundane. So yeah, bucket the drop.
Sorry, go on. You finished?
Go on.
What I was going to say is, are we kind of talking about the extremes of poverty and not the average working class person? Because, the reason why I'm saying that is because according to this, the research which examined adolescent substance use in Europe, Central Asia and Canada also highlighted some links between affluence and alcohol consumption, with children from middle class families significantly more likely to drink. The middle class, man. Those that carry basically the economy on their backs in society, it's their children that are suffering. It's not the working class and it's not the upper class.
Is it middle class?
Middle class, yeah. Children from middle class families significantly more likely to drink.
I wonder why that is.
Because we the fools of society, man.
And the thing, they feel the stress from the parents.
100%. It's the middle class that get, shafted in society most times. So that's basically, The last thing I wanted to say is just to say that, obviously the idea that sometimes if you start kids young with alcohol, it kind of is good for them to kind of regulate and not be, like jump into it when they get older. Yeah, according to the studies, that's all fake. Basically, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Catherine Severy, who's the chief executive of the Institute of Alcohol Study, said people tend to have this perception that introducing children to moderate drinking is a good way of teaching them safer drinking habits. That is untrue. The earlier a child drinks, the more likely they are to develop problems with alcohol later in life.
That is, making your child drink from early so they can handle their drink is the sickest logic in the world.
It's wild.
Like, what? Like, you're prepping him for alcoholism.
Can you imagine? Does it get a head start?
Yeah.
But then I suppose there's certain people in certain demographics and that, they're saying that he's going to drink. Like,
yeah, but
you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
but
he's
then
going to
tell
drink.
your
So
kids,
let me give him the best start I can, innit? Like, let me help him as much.
But then tell them, though, like, there's other ways to educate them without making them drink.
No, but it's not even seeing it like that. It's like if you go down to the football, you're in the terraces, you go to the pub beforehand. People go to the pub after work. It's part of like British culture, innit? Like, and
That's
alcohol.
wild, yeah.
And alcohol is a big part of British culture, and it seeps into like everything. It's not just white people
The biggest
either.
part.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if we won't, obviously, if you don't drink, you don't drink. But if you do, we go into lunch we're having a drink.
We're having a drink.
You know what I'm trying to say? We're gonna get we go to consume food, probably breakfast aside. But if we go out together in groups to consume, we're drinking.
Cause think about it though. I
Somebody dies, we're drinking. Somebody's born, we're drinking.
Yeah.
Any celebration, like this is what we're doing. Like any excuse, actually.
You're gonna get drunk.
Huh?
The drink is gonna get drunk.
The drink is gonna get drunk. Right. That's
But
facts.
do you know what's mad? I feel like it's just British people are just. It's a British culture that's unhealthy. Because Italians have wine with every meal. You don't see them drunk,
Precisely. Yeah.
flashing their tits out on the Italian strip.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they were somewhere near the middle.
But then again, though, Italians also eat pasta, and they don't be fat.
Let me soak up all the alcohol.
Fair.
Let me soaking up all the alcohol, man.
But they don't be fat like that.
Yeah, olive oil and them things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's they said they
Bread
go on
and that.
walks
Yeah,
and
be
stuff.
soaking. They got the trick. They be soaking up the alcohol as they're drinking it.
Yeah. Spain, yeah. So Italy's basically in the middle. So they're around the same sort of level as Wales and Scotland. But 21% of boys have ever drunk alcohol at the age of 11 in Italy.
That's why that's a fifth.
Yeah.
It's still high.
And for girls, it's as low as 13%. You know what I mean? Spain is all the way down to for boys, it's about 14%. Girls, it's about 6%, 7%. So England is messing about.
Yeah, I don't know. That's wild.
And plus, it's like, because I'm saying it's because of culture, obviously like, you don't want to think to it, but anybody that says, like, anybody that has a drink or even smokes weed and that, not that you'd want to influence them, but like, you'll get to a point in your life, where like, you will take joy and pleasure from having a drink with your youth or having a smoke with your youth. It's like, it's a bonding thing, isn't it? It's something that you do with your friends, right? So when your child is old enough to share that with you,
You finally do this.
you're not going to be on it. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? There's bare people that smoke weed with their parents and drink with their parents, and it's not seen as because we've been doing this. Like, welcome
to the club.
Welcome to the gang,
They
man.
love welcome to the club.
You're talking about, son, I've been waiting for this day. There you go, man. Hit this, man. What are you talking about, man? Come on, man. You're mad now. You're mad. You hit that shit. You hit it hard. You get me?
Yeah, it's true. All right, guys. I guess it's just part of the culture, man.
Their culture.
Exactly.
Because I remember my mum told me and my sisters early, never ever leave your drink when you go out. And she always said, if you leave your drink, even for a second, just get a new one. She said, don't. Because again, she was teaching us about like the fact that people can spike your drinks and all that kind of stuff. She always talked about you don't need to get drunk and whatever.
Yeah.
Any one of us came home drunk. It's fine, you're cool. When you sober up, the speech you get, ciao. It ain't even worth it.
All right, guys. I guess we can wrap it up there.
Here to the Brits. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, guys. I want Brent to load up a video, which he's gonna do now for you guys to see. And this is just because yesterday we didn't have the time to look at it. But this is about the story that we were talking about yesterday in Abuja, where the Chinese-owned supermarket has been shut by the authorities over allegations that it denies entry to African shoppers. Right, so those who missed it, let me just go through it quickly. The Chinese Chamber of Commerce in Nigeria has denied the racism allegations. An investigation into the allegations follows widespread outrage on social media after some Nigerians shared their experiences of allegedly being turned away by security when they attempted to go into the supermarket. So the FCCPC quoted an administrator at the building as saying that the supermarket mainly sold Chinese groceries and that while it was initially open to serve the building's tenants, it permitted entry to outside shoppers, including non-Chinese visitors. The supermarket's owners obviously have not yet commented, but she has been summoned to appear before the Consumer Protection Agency by Wednesday. The watchdog says that the supermarket will remain closed until she complies with the summons. Nigeria, for those who don't know, has a Chinese population of less than 10,000. This according to Statista website. So yeah, Brent, if you don't mind playing that video. So I guess you guys can hear it from one of our brothers' mouths.
This shall never end. There's this supermarket I saw online. It's a Chinese supermarket. They have like Chinese stuff inside, food, ramen, and other things. So I wanted to go there and check it out. And on going there, they told me at the gate, the security people told me the supermarket is strictly for Chinese people. If you are a Nigerian, you cannot go inside. You cannot buy anything. This supermarket is here in Abuja, in Nigeria, and a Nigerian cannot enter. This is a joke. So that means the Chinese guy has more rights than you here in Nigeria because he can enter anywhere he wants, everywhere. There's no place that he cannot enter. But you, There's a supermarket you cannot enter. It didn't shock me. Oh. I recorded a video, but because it was by the road, there was so much noise, so I had to do this other video. Let me show you the place. You see, that's the gate, and that's the supermarket. Wahala. So I'm going back to our local supermarket because they say I cannot enter. Here in Abuja, me a Nigerian, I cannot enter a place. Go and try this in China and see. Open a place and say citizens not going to enter. You go see what will go happen to you. Nigeria.
That's wild, man.
Mm-hmm. There's another video, but I guess you guys can kind of see that a bit more thingy. But this is basically the backstory for it. Our next headline, the UK's media regulator, Ofcom, has warned that TV and radio stations with shows hosted by politicians could face fines if they break impartiality rules during the next general election campaign. So channels including GB News and LBC have shows hosted by serving MPs, and any candidate standing for election will not be allowed to host programmes during the campaign period. This is what Ofcom has said. Rule breaches by other politicians hosting election programming are likely to be treated as serious. They also added that if broadcasters want to take the risk of having a high-profile politician who's not standing for a seat hosting a program, they're going to have to work bloody hard to make sure that those programs are duly impartial, right? They also said, and we will come down on them like a ton of bricks if they aren't. Ofcom issued the warning as broadcasters and political parties begin to gear up for the next election, which must be held before the end of January 2025. Next headline, trigger warning on this, guys, big trigger warning. And a teenage girl has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after 2 teachers and a pupil was stabbed at a secondary school in Southwest Wales on Wednesday morning. Yeah, man. No disrespect to the Welsh, but I can't pronounce this thing, right? So the Welsh police, I'll just say Welsh police, confirmed that the 3 victims are currently being treated in hospital for stab wounds following the incident at Amman Valley School. The injuries are not believed to be life-threatening, and a knife has been recovered from the scene. Teachers placed the school into lockdown as dozens of police cars and helicopters arrived at the scene. The superintendent, Ross Evans, said that a teenage girl has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and currently remains in police custody. I'm aware that there's footage of the incident currently circulating on social media and would ask that this is removed to avoid contempt of court and distress to those who have been affected. And our last headline, a veteran US tabloid publisher testified on Tuesday that a secret plan to suppress stories about the former President Donald Trump was an agreement between friends. David Pecker, who's an ally of Mr. Trump and former publisher of the National Enquirer, recalled how he promised the then candidate that he would help suppress harmful stories and even arranged to purchase the silence of a doorman. Prosecutors alleged that Mr. Pecker's actions helped Mr. Trump to deceive voters in the 2016 election by suppressing stories of alleged extramarital affairs at a time when he already faced multiple accusations of sexual misbehavior. During his testimony, he described how he became friends with Mr. Trump in the late 80s and how the pair had a mutually beneficial relationship. Mr. Pecker said he volunteered to publish positive stories about Trump and negative stories about his opponents. He told jurors how he told Trump, "I will be your eyes and your ears." Why are they snitching now, though? But anyway, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
Let me just read out the results of the poll. The poll was alcohol consumption, are parents failing their children? 70% say UK has a drinking problem. 20% say a normal part of British culture. 7% say under parent supervision, it's okay. And 1% say lockdown hangover, no need to worry.
The ones that said under parent supervision, those are the ones that putting brandy in the kids' baby bowl. What do you mean? The parent supervision is okay. And they got school tomorrow. That's wild. All right. Let's get into word on word, please. All right, people. We couldn't get through these yesterday, so we shall get through them today and a bit more. This is sad, actually, and also just yet again, just that speech about you never know what people are going through and be mindful of celebrities, all that kind of stuff. But Halle Bailey, our lovely Ariel, who's got a son with DDG, as everyone remembers, she basically was hiding her pregnancy. She wasn't hiding the pregnancy. She was private about her pregnancy. And people kept banging on about it and, oh my gosh, are you pregnant? Are you this? Are you dead? All that kind of stuff anyway. Turns out, she revealed that has severe postpartum depression, which is really, really sad. A lot of women go through this after having a child, and there's a lot, man. There's a lot that goes on with women and having children. Like, honestly, God's strongest soldiers, man. But so yeah, she and DDG post a lot on Snapchat. So if you care about them and you want to follow them and stuff like that, they are always on Snapchat and they post a lot. But yeah, so she was talking about how she has severe postpartum depression after giving birth to her son, Halo. And she also said as well that she wanted to kind of speak about it and her postpartum journey, and she's still trying to figure it out, essentially. She said, I don't know if any new mums can relate, but it's to the point where, as in her postpartum depression is to the point where it's really bad, and it's hard for her to be separated from her baby for more than 30 minutes at a time before she starts to freak out. She also praised DDG for being a great dad. Can't lie, man. I like him now. He's a funny guy. He's fun. Like, the videos he does with his son as well it's so funny. But he's such an active, present, I'm so happy to be a dad. And I think it's just so beautiful because they're so young, and it's just so nice to just see how he's just such a dad. Love it, man. But in her Snapchat, she did praise him as well for being an amazing dad and being very supportive. And he doesn't play about his son and Halle at all. Those guys always trolling people online because he don't play about them. But so she said, I couldn't have asked for a better person to have a baby with because of how present he is and how much he wants to be in his life and how supportive he is of me and my ventures. Everything about Halo is a miracle. He's perfect. He's beautiful. When I look at him, I cry because of how special he is. The only thing that's been hard for me is feeling normal in my own body. She says she feels like a completely different person. And sometimes she looks in the mirror and she's just like, who is this kind of thing? But I can't even imagine that as well. Like, the body, just that shock with, just not feel like a baby's been growing inside of you for 10 months, basically 10 months. And then now it's empty inside. It's like, it's weird. Do you get what I mean? And now it must be very weird, but love and light to Halle, man. I like her. I like the fact that she's talking about this. It's very, very important. Hopefully people that are always online trolling her and saying stuff would have some sense. But she said that, before having a kid, she'd had heard about postpartum stuff. And she said, you would hear about it, but it goes in one ear, comes out the other. But yes, it's given her a different experience, a new perspective now that she's experiencing herself. She said, I didn't realize how serious of a thing it actually was. It almost feels like you're swimming in this ocean that's like the biggest waves you've ever felt, and you're trying not to drown, and you're trying to come up for air, and you have those moments where you come up for air, and they feel like the most beautiful things. Which is, and she said, she also talked about like how nothing has to do with her baby. I know that some women, their depression or the way that postpartum hits them becomes a thing where they can't bond with the baby, or they feel like they don't like the baby, or they feel like, do you know what I mean? And it's weird because obviously you want to love on your baby, you want to be breastfeeding, you want to do all these things, but then the chemical imbalance that's there is there. So it's a very, very difficult thing, man. Very, very difficult. But love and light to every woman that's currently dealing with that. All right, what's next? Oh, Megan Thee Stallion. You know what? Obviously, I am a hottie. That's what Meg calls her fans. I am. However, so basically, right, a former employee, he is a cameraman of Megan's, and he's essentially suing her. He is suing her. Okay. So Megan has this thing where she's basically said, okay, how do I I'm trying not to approach this without people thinking I'm being biased, because I'm not. I've just done some reading and I peep stuff and I peep it with a clear heart, right? Even if you don't want to believe it. But basically, okay, let me tell you what the guy's doing. So she has been accused of having an abusive work environment. Sorry, trigger warning. Are you for me or against me, Brent?
Always for you.
So she has been accused of an abusive work environment. Essentially, she's got a camera guy, right? Well, she had. He's been fired. She had a former employee. He basically was in charge of a camera or whatever. He quit his full-time job to be like a full-time camera person, whatever it was. His name's Emilio Garcia. And he basically is alleging that he's faced severe and pervasive harassment but at the hands of Megan, and also sexual comments and fat-shaming insults, as well as a loss of earnings, right? So basically, he's seeking unpaid wages and interest, and also obviously damages and whatever else. So essentially, he gave a story, right? This is a civil lawsuit, by the way. So it's a lawsuit. It's not like criminal. She's not going to go to jail. She's not going to be roommates with Tory. He's where he is. So basically, he said that one time, I think she had like a tour, she had a show or something like that in Spain or whatever it was. She was in a car with like, I think there was like 5 women or something like that. There was women in the car, Megan and the guy. Cool. He says that in front of him, Megan and the girl start to have sex. Cool. But then he said, not cool, but that happened. And then he said that the next day, Megan was like, he said that Megan couldn't remember whether he was there or not. So she asked him, were you there? And he was like, yeah, he was there. She's like, okay, well, don't talk about whatever it was that you saw. Fair enough. I mean, I would have thought his NDA covered that, but fair enough. And then he said that she then went on to kind of fat shame him and whatnot. He basically said that the reason with this, because I know some people might think 50 Cent said the guy was an idiot. I don't agree with that. Because sexual harassment is sexual harassment, whether it's a man or woman, is sexual harassment. And actually exposing people to you having sex is a form of sexual harassment because you're putting them in an uncomfortable situation. Right. So he basically said, I felt uncomfortable, I was kind of frozen and I was shocked. He said, the kind of overall audacity to do this right beside me. And then, he said that obviously the next day she was like, don't ever discuss what you saw. And then his lawyer also said Amelia should never have been put in a position of having to be in the vehicle having to be in the vehicle with her while she had sex with another woman. Inappropriate is putting it lightly. Exposing this behavior to employees is definitely illegal. And it is. He also said that how basically she called him a fat bitch. And said, spit your food out, you don't need to be eating. And then he also told, because he had an interview exclusively with NBC, and he said, to hear someone who advocates about loving your body tell me these things, I felt degraded and stuff, which of course is fair. And obviously people were talking about, what's that name? What's that one? The big Lizzo, that's it. And people were like, the whole fat shaming people and and whatever, blah, blah. But then also as well, he's also suing because he basically said how he was getting paid a day rate. But then they changed his contract essentially. So you get paid for the job that you do. But obviously he had quit his job, but I don't know that they asked him to quit his job. I feel like I don't know that they asked him to do that, but so there was that. So basically he said that also there was one time he just got a message from who's Megan's people, Rock Nation, saying that his contract had been terminated, his employment had been terminated. So that's what makes me think that are you suing the wrong people? Because you should be suing Rock Nation, really, if it's wrongful termination, because the wrongful termination is really the crux of it. But then the story about the sex thing, he had to sprinkle that, let us know that was happening as well. So I'm like, are you suing? Because if Megan was not the one who told you directly, or her assistant, or her manager, it came from the people that obviously pay your bill and pay your check and hire you and stuff like that. There's that. But of course, Megan herself hasn't said anything. But her lawyer did say this is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim filed. So he just told a story. That's not really a filing. So this is an employment claim for money with no sexual harassment claim filed and with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. We will deal with this in court. So they will deal with this. That sounds very serious. We'll deal with this in court. I guess they will deal with this in court. But yeah, man, it's such a shame. I just feel like Megan cannot catch a break, child. She really just can't. But if this is all true, that is absolutely disgusting. Sexual harassment is not great at any point, whether it's an employee, employer, whatever else. Brent has moved his chair back. What's up? Talk to me.
Yeah, it's only because you said she can't catch a break, but then you went on to extend that particular sentence. No,
not can't catch a break. Like, I mean, she's a victim with Tory's one, 100%. But like, there's always something that she's in the news for. Either someone's trying to expose her for something, or that's why with this one, it's a bit. I mean, it's a former employee, so fair. He has his rights to do that. But then with Megan, it's like people always just try to have a story that paints her in a light of, oh, she's a hoe, she's this, she's a drunkard, she's this. I don't know, man. Yeah, but with the guy, of course, it's a lawsuit, so lawsuit ahead.
I'm seeing a couple comments in chat.
Saying what?
Is this harassment?
Is it harassment?
So he is mad. He got sacked. Just say that with your chest.
And I think that's the thing. I feel like they should have filed a sexual harassment one about the sex thing.
I don't know. Because in my head, he might have been like, well, I saw what you guys did, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to keep my mouth shut. But now you fired me? This is wild.
But I don't think they didn't fire him for that though. I don't think they didn't fire him for seeing the sexual act.
So
That came afterwards.
okay, so what did they fire him for?
I don't know.
But this is what I'm saying. It's sounding to me like
Yeah.
he's like, hey, I was looking to keep my mouth shut, but now you fired me.
You
It
know
must
what?
be for this.
Fair, because obviously so she told him the next day, don't talk about whatever you've seen. And then he said that was after that was when he then moved from he basically was moved to a monthly. No, he was taken off. A monthly salary, not day rate. My bad. He was taken off a monthly salary, and he was more on an ad hoc payment system. So yeah, maybe she felt like okay, maybe too close or whatever. I don't know. And then maybe he was fizzled out. That
No.
could be an argument.
What I'm hearing from this is kind of like what Diddy. Some of the accusations have been levied against Diddy.
Sorry, so sorry. I've seen people talking about is she the female? Well, no, there was one publication, I think they're called Root, a black media, always the black medias, talking about, is she the female Diddy? She cannot be the female Diddy because she's not being accused of alleged trafficking
Let me finish.
and all these other crazy things.
Let me finish.
So no, you just reminded me of something. I'm just not to tag on your thing. Just reminded me of what I was annoyed
Yeah, I'm
about
not
that.
saying that she is the female Diddy. The whole idea of him having sex in front of his employees
Oh yeah.
and making them feel uncomfortable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let's just imagine that it was a man as opposed to Megan in
Yeah.
a car.
It's wild.
He's there slamming up
It's wild.
some chick or dude, and the female videographer is just there,
Just chilling there.
right?
Yeah.
Is that some form of harassment?
Yes, it's all harassment,
Precisely.
regardless of the gender.
Megan was getting chopped in the whip. Was it? I was
She had sex with a woman in the car in front of a videographer.
with another woman.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd see it as a great time. That's lovely.
No.
But
But
he doesn't subscribe to that kind of stuff.
I would because he probably would have wanted to get involved and he wasn't allowed. So why are you doing this in front of me for? Go in your bedroom. So I hear you. She's taking a piss. Because I wouldn't rate that if I can't get involved. I only rate it if I can get
That's
involved.
all nice. That is all nice.
What's killing me is you should just keep your head down for 2 more minutes. Because Brent was on a professional path.
Nah,
The thing is, this shows how men and women think differently, right? And it also shows, I guess, how we've been conditioned
Yep.
to perceive abuse or harassment or any sort of stuff when flipped on its head will be seen completely differently.
yeah, but it is mad. That's why, because men and women are different, and we can do
But it
different things.
shouldn't be,
That's the
though.
truth, though.
It
Yeah, but
shouldn't be, man.
Yeah, but obviously, he's just, man up, man. Like, obviously, certain
man.
things are like only like it's only abuse to certain type of men. You know what I'm trying to say?
No,
Like,
it's abuse all round, whether you choose to accept it or not.
red-blooded, warm-blooded, carnivorous youths are fine with that. You get me? With Meg. You know
Question.
what I'm trying to say?
Suppose it was an intern, a 15-year-old intern.
Well, a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's fine. And then Megan, I don't even want to use her name. The person in the car started touching or saying to the boy, come in, participate.
Tag him.
What do you say then? And the person's 45.
When she looked like Meg,
Yeah, go on.
I'm with it. I've been 15, you know.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And this is
I've
this
been
is part of the
15, you
problem.
know. It is part of the problem.
This is part of the
It's part of the problem.
Yeah,
You are part of the problem.
I am definitely cool. I'm with that. So I've been on that. That's the stuff of fantasies. That's I was dying for someone to do that at 15.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
calm
Couldn't
down.
wanted more than anything in life. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Huh? So I'm just saying. I don't know.
So
Purely entertainment, guys.
Too late.
It's
Too
not too
damn
late.
late. Too late.
So, do you feel a way when older women groom younger men?
Do you see it as grooming even?
No. Let's take the example of teachers.
Sometimes. Huh?
Let's take the example of teachers.
Sometimes them teachers, but them cases in America, them teachers, they're going too low. Some of them kids, they're going too low. They're doing
What is
mad
too low
things.
to you?
13, it's too low.
All right. Suppose it was a 13-year-old intern in a car.
Yeah, she's gone too
Too much,
low.
yeah?
14 though.
Suppose you were the 13-year-old intern. She would have gone too low?
Yeah, but I'm different anyway. I'm a different breed.
Now you're saying that you're different. I want
No,
you
but
to
I'm
be.
saying-
I want you to start with that each time it is you do what you do. Just start with that.
13 is too low. 14, 15. Because as boys, that's our age where we're...
Do you know what I think part of the problem is though? I feel like, and this happens like in different ways with guys, with boys, and it does with women. I feel like black kids are very adultified from very, very young. And that's why then abuse can't be called abuse. And it's like, be a man, because there's no reason why a 15-year-old should be in that kind of position, and it should be a case of you're a guy, that's what guys want. So do you mean that adultification of black kids is very, very damaging?
And I'm at work.
Yeah, he's working. I think
And
that's
now
so uncomfortable.
my ability to feed my children is jeopardized off the back of
Yeah.
me not
wanting to take in part
Precisely.
in an orgy.
You're crazy. It is.
That's what. It's very wild. It's very, very wild. But no, for real. And I feel like that's the problem. Because remember when, even with Lizzo's lawsuit, that it was alleged that I think she was forcing the girls to like dance with the strippers and stuff and touch them and to have a banana, something like
and then
that.
they feel if they don't participate, then
Yeah, they get. Yeah, but
you.
you shouldn't put people in that position, and it's awkward. I don't want to be in a strip club. I've performed today, gave the crowd a great time. I want to go to my hotel room and calm down, but not have to be in a strip club watching you doing whatever you're doing on account of I might get fired. Nah, man, sexual harassment, and I hope for his sake that
Men
you know,
are
you
wired
get
different
justice
though.
with it.
I went to an all-boys school where when we was in year 10, in the all-boys school, we would have been ranged between, 14 and 15. Yeah, in year 10. There's a few outliers in the year. I don't know what's wrong with them youths, they're strange. But the majority of us would have slammed up Miss Cowie if she let us. If that's
Is
what
that
we
real
wanted.
teacher's name?
Yeah.
First of all, we
would
say
have
yeah like that.
Yes.
Yes.
If she would have cornered us in the room, she would have got exactly what she wanted. You get what I'm saying? And this is how man think. This is like, I don't like, bruh. Like if that's anyway. But
I
I'm
hope I
saying,
come back to a show.
huh?
That's what I hope. I hope I come back to a show because this. Wow, love.
No, but it's true though. It's true though, and obviously there are situations
But that's
where
a problem, though. Do you see that's a problem, though?
there's situations like obviously if you're attracted to them, if the same woman done that and she was unattractive, and you didn't want her and she's forced you, that's
harassment,
abuse.
though, is it?
I'm not speaking
That's it.
to
Gosh.
you and your brethrens.
Not my brothers, even the youths I
I'm not
didn't get along
speaking
with.
to you and the youths of the same age and ilk, right? Being attracted to things that are sparkly. You're, as you say, you're young boys. That's what happens. You hit puberty. I'm sure it happened before you hit puberty. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other end of it. Her now having this particular power and responsibility and looking to disregard what she's supposed to be doing and look to pervert.
But and whether the boy is
abuse
like it or
of
not,
power.
it's wrong. It's an abuse of power. It is wrong, innit? We understand that, and that's for your mindset, and if that's what you're doing, is you're gonna.
That's what I'm asking you to focus on, not what you would have liked, right? Because as you might always say, hey, young boys want to just put their penis in anything.
Yeah, no, you got a duty of care to things, and obviously when you're in the power dynamic and you're in a position of power, you shouldn't be doing those things anyway.
And
So the
please-
mindset of it is wrong, innit?
And transport that into this situation here. She has a duty of care, a responsibility to her employees, and this is what she did with it.
Yeah, but it would be different if it was like Diddy slamming up a man and then he was there. That would be egregious. Like that's like, because why are you putting him in that position for? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That so obviously it's still with men and women. It's still different. You know what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of men picture Meg Thee Stallion and picture that scenario and thinking, it's not as bad. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the kicker here is the fact that he couldn't get involved. That's where she's taking the piss. Because if she could have got involved and she tagged him in and he slammed up both of them, he wouldn't be feeling like this. And that's well.
What are your thoughts, Emmanuel?
Well, in the realm of this is purely entertainment, a movie. I'm trying to think of what role to play. 'Cause this is purely
What would you wanna
entertainment.
be?
Because it's purely entertainment. You know what I mean? This is definitely not the views of the people here. I mean, obviously, abuse is abuse, man. There's certain things that are appropriate and not appropriate, innit? And I think over time, things have changed. And in the world that we live in now, all of that is just not appropriate, innit? So, you know, yeah, it's not good, man.
Thanks.
That was very helpful.
I'm trying to think what else. You guys pretty much said everything. You know what I'm saying? So.
They're very different things.
Very different things.
Oh, so well, basically in everything, if your boss is doing something, then of course, like there needs to be a line in it. Like you can't be doing certain things in front of your employees and things of that nature because you're obviously putting them in a certain position where it's like, cool, if I don't like this sort of behavior and I speak about it, I could lose my job or something. You know what I'm saying? So that position of power is just not right to put anybody in. So, you know what I mean? And you have to understand people's religious dispositions as well. Like even if you are of age, you just may not want to see any of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I hear it. All right. So I will keep you guys updated on that, of course, when that goes to court and all is done and, sorted with that.
Sorry, Esther. I got asked a question by Maggie.
No, you didn't.
They got
I
Maggie.
didn't?
You didn't at all.
No?
I don't
But
think
she
so.
atted me.
No, it was me. She added, and then I answered the question, bro.
It says the day after TMB.
/ the black creator.
No, it doesn't say that.
Annoying.
It really doesn't say that.
I'm trying to find the question.
I'm trying to find what question you're talking about so I can read that too.
Well, what's she saying?
Mal doesn't want me to say.
So you know, and yet you're saying all
Yes.
of this. You're so
Yes, I'm
annoying.
here for this. So the question,
You know what? I say you asked the question. I asked the damn question.
as Margs would Margs, sorry.
What's really
I
spicy
know
you?
what's coming, right? I'm tripping over the previous because I know what comes afterwards. So ask Margs, would he be okay if it was a male boss with another male?
Well, that's got nothing to do. I read my Bible. So that's not even
I'm
okay.
not myself.
That's not even
I'm
okay
not
in the
doing this
Bible.
today.
So I don't understand what you're doing. You're conflating these things here.
I'm not
Like,
doing this
there's no scenario where
Where in the Bible
Oh, God.
does it suggest that a woman should do it to a
To lie with
woman?
another woman.
Is that where you draw for your Bible?
I missed that page. I don't know. I'm just saying, innit?
I said, I read my Bible.
Oh man,
All right. Anyway.
I tried to warn you.
No, nothing could have warned anybody about that. I did.
62.7.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have warned that. All right. The next story, though, made me sad. I feel like this is very, very out of order. And again, people just be acting wild, man. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know what society really wants. If a girl is with a rich guy, you call her a gold digger. If he's with a baddie, you say she's a hoe. If he's with another girl now, you're saying she's ugly. Declan Rice's girlfriend, right, Lauren Fryer, big up her, has been getting bullied online because she's just a normal looking girl. She's not a BBL bandit.
Yeah, I see it.
I think that's so horrible. So horrible. So she's getting bullied to the point where now she's deleted her pictures of her socials.
Is it?
Yeah, because they're trolling her bad.
That's horrible. But he's standing by her, though, isn't it?
You gotta listen. I respect. I don't even know what does he do. He's a footballer, but what team does he play?
He plays for England and Arsenal.
Oh, I always knew I loved Arsenal.
Please for Arsenal in England.
Yeah,
it
so
right.
dumb. I think she's a pretty girl. Like, what is the problem? I think that's so out of order, man. I'm really not here for it, man.
Brent, don't do that. Don't
Thank
do
you,
that,
Rose. What did he do?
I just looked to see
Fish
what it was
Spree?
giving you.
Yeah, see, because now he wants to set
I
me
looked to
up.
see
I'm
what he
saying,
was giving you.
you know what?
What would you give him? What did you do? What did you say?
I don't get it. It's a dirty joke.
No,
forget it.
Forget it.
Was it a sausage?
Why are you asking? I don't want to answer.
I don't know what. No.
It's actually warm for once.
Oh, it's a breakfast roll.
Okay, cool.
It's a sausage breakfast roll.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like it's really, really out of order. Love to her. I love the fact that he's sticking beside his girl. That's how it should be. So big up him for doing that. And I hope she's fine. And imagine she's got a 20-month-old son as well, you know. Out here, your man is all successful in that. Consoling him when he loses and whatnot and cheering him on when he wins. And then people are out here talking about you don't look nice and you're fat and you're this. I think it's so out of order, man. Gorgeous girl. Big up Lauren. Yeah. Very, very sad story. But stop. I don't know, man. Because I guess the people that do that trolling don't really watch shows that make sense. So there's no point even putting a message out. They're not going to hear it. Oh, anyway, there's that. And then Shannon Sharp is getting cooked. Rightfully so. I really wish I had watched this yesterday. I'm so annoyed. I didn't know it came out because I was so busy fighting for my life. But I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Why was Shannon Sharp done that?
So basically, he's got Amanda Seales on his show.
Who's that?
She was an Insecure. Let me show you a picture of her.
The Virgin.
No, that's Yvonne OG.
Oh.
That's Amanda Seales. Charlamagne's friend.
No.
I feel like you would have. Okay, probably, I feel like you would have seen her around. But basically, with Amanda Seales, yeah. So she's got this. She's one of those people. She's a lovely black woman. She talks truths. She doesn't hide. She doesn't shy away from speaking the truth. Doesn't shy away from saying what needs to be said. But she's one of those people where like she speaks on like black issues, things that's going on in the black community, things that we need to sort out, blah, blah, blah. So she's not really a popular character for the fact of the things that she stands up for. And so there's this kind of thing where people say like, oh, she's hard to work with, she's this. But you know when people say that, you know, about a black woman, you got to question why. Is it because they're making you think about the things that you do? Is that why kind of thing? But anyway, so she was on Shannon Sharp. He was trying her. And he's getting cooked for that. And I'm glad he's getting cooked, he and his silly little hips. I'm so glad he's getting cooked for that because it's very cheeky. She was talking about a racist teacher she had back in school, yeah. This man, this uncle, this Agbaya. Yeah, she was on the show, yeah. Interview came out yesterday. He's sitting there talking about, yeah, but is it really racism though? Because sometimes kids are just kids. I think she's talking about like kids, like racist classmates or something like that. And have you watched it?
That bit, yeah.
Okay, go on then.
Essentially, she was there saying that she has some form of autism, right?
She was saying.
Yeah. And she was also saying that she has this thing where she got in trouble for correcting the teacher.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what the parent got pulled in because she was there correcting the teacher. And she was saying that the teacher was racist.
Yeah.
Off the back of that, right? Now, two things could be true.
Yeah.
That could be a racist teacher.
Yeah.
But Shannon was saying that maybe she wasn't racist. Maybe she was just being an adult and saying, hey, I beg you, talk when you're spoken to as opposed to when you want to talk.
Yeah.
He said that his parents, growing up, and his parents, grandparents say, don't get involved in adults' business, right? So he's just saying, in defense of the teacher, whether it is he was saying he was defending her, he kind of was.
He was. Shaking his ass.
That teacher could have just been defensive because you decided to interrupt her flow whilst talking to other kids.
Other students, yeah.
You showed my ass. I don't like that.
I'm gonna try to show yours.
I may not be racist. I may just not like the fact that it is that you showed me up in front of these children.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, which is fair.
It's
Both
fair,
things can be true.
Both things can be true,
Yeah,
but I feel
I'm
like...
saying, I don't know this. You know the teacher, innit? So the teacher could be racist. But the way you're relaying this story to me and you're premising it with the racist teacher, you haven't said anything to me that's with any proof that the teacher's racist.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed to give you some pushback and say, hey, that's for you to turn back and say, are you crazy? He had SWAT stickers up in the room and give me more.
Yeah, but do you know what it is though?
Give me more. You know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know what it is? I feel like, because with Shannon, with Club Shay Shay, people come on there, tell the stories and whatnot. There's people that have sat there that he should have had some kind of opinion back about whether Cat Williams really read 1,000 books. You should, do you know what I mean? But all of a sudden now, this racism now is here, is where you want to do all of that. Sir, shut up. I'm sorry. And as well, with Amanda Seales, she's someone who speaks up about inequality and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you don't know what it is that you've experienced as a younger child because you don't have the terminology for what it is that what you're dealing with. But when you get older is when you realize, actually, no, that was institutional racism. That was this, that was that. I had racism when I was in school, but at the time I didn't. But when my mum wrote the letter that made the teacher quit, my mum, because my mum's older, she was able to see that no, you're being racist to my child and whatever else. So I get that. Obviously, she's growing up now, but I don't know, man. I just felt like, because she wasn't even like to me, like, you don't know the teacher and whatever, and this is the stance you've chosen to, this is what stance you've chosen to take. I don't know. I didn't like it,
And
man.
in that particular part of the video, when he said what he said, she just looked at him and you can tell she wanted just to release amount of you coon.
Yeah.
Stop cooning, you coon. But she just went,
Cool. She just looked at him and was
she
like,
just looked at him.
do you know what? she was looking at him, she was like, do you know, there's one year where she looks in the camera like, and it was so funny. But I'm here, I get it, man. I think with someone with Amanda Seales as well, the way she is, like, she gets it all the time. So I feel like it was just annoying for her. It's like, I'm on your show And here you go doing the same thing people do to me outside. Do you get what I mean? Like in other spaces, in white spaces, where I have to prove the racism. And it's just like, come on, man. I don't know why he chose to go with that verse. It was just a little bit awkward after that from the clip I've seen. I'm going to watch the full thing though, because I want to hear Amanda Seales. I just don't believe that she's as problematic as people say. Speaking of which though, she did speak about Issa Rae. So she was on Insecure. And there was a whole thing, I think I talked about this not too long ago when I talked about Amanda Seales saying that she gets left out of like black events and not invited to award shows and stuff like that. I think she even hosted, what did she host? Was it Essence? I think she hosted Essence, but then she wasn't invited. That's why I spoke about it, yeah, because Essence had a whole thing, but she wasn't invited. This time she hosted it, I think the year COVID hit or something like that. But anyway, so people have always kind of known there's been a bit of tension with her and Issa Rae. People didn't know why. She spoke about that. And essentially, she was on Insecure as well. She's one of Issa's best friends on Insecure and whatever else. But even with that, it was just a whole thing. So in 2018, she went to an Emmys party. They denied her entry, even though all the other Insecure cast were in there. Imagine me going to a party, all TDA, everyone TDA is in there, and I'm being denied entry at the door, and you lot are just in there partying on. You guys will suffer the next week, the day after. Oh my gosh. That's what happened to her. All her castmates are in the party and she's not allowed to go in. This time I'm from the same show that they've got in from. So that happened. But basically, she basically said that...
Is she really problematic though?
Do you know what? I don't think so. I think... I don't want to say that.
Maybe there's a reason why she went out in the party.
No, I'll tell you why. It's a petty reason. It's got nothing to do with her problematicness.
Isn't she asking for more?
She gave the reason about why she wasn't allowed in the party and that. So basically, Issa Rae has an assistant, Anderson. I thought American assistants always call Anderson. Such an assistant name. Anyway, so she's basically she's got is it her PA or no? It's a publicist. Sorry, her publicist is Vanessa Anderson, right? So basically, she felt like Vanessa don't really like her. She just she's kind of off with her the way she moves her, blah, blah, blah. She told Issa about it, like, oh, I don't think, da-da-da-da. Issa's just like, whatever, just didn't address it. So when she went to the party, the reason why she didn't get in is because of the publicist. And it's one of the things where I told you she didn't like me, because there was no reason, because that she was invited. She was invited. They talked about your name is on the guest list, but I was invited here. So it was someone else, another guest that then was able to be like, are you all right? This is da-da-da-da, that was able to get her in. So the publicist allegedly just somehow left her name off the whatever list. So that's basically why she wasn't able to get into the party. And then she said that Issa called her afterwards and said, oh, hey, I heard about what happened. It was Issa Rae's party, by the way. It was Issa Rae's party. She's like, oh, I heard about what happened. It's got nothing to do with me. Excuse me? I can't call me and tell me it's got nothing. No, you need to be apologizing to me for the embarrassment in which you caused me. And she's like, I'll basically like take up the issue with Anderson. So she was like, from there, it was just like, okay, it was weird. And she said basically on the production set of Insecure, she felt like people were she felt like because Anderson didn't really like her, it was like kind of known that Anderson doesn't like her. So she felt like a bit out of place in there as well and stuff like that. It was, I think that's quite sad.
She's the only one that had this problem.
Yeah, but just because you're the only person doesn't mean that you're the problem.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to look in the mirror. When you're the common denominator in all these things.
Not necessarily though.
Sometimes there might be a reason why people don't like you. You've
Nah.
got to self-reflect and understand
think about it, yeah.
You've got to be better sometimes.
Using the drinking example, yeah. If I'm in a place with everybody and everyone's drinking all the time, and every time I come, I'm not drinking, they're going to say I'm boring. Am I a boring person because I don't want to drink? I just don't want to do what it is that you're doing. So with Amanda Seales, she's someone who speaks up.
Though. It's to us.
To you, but I'm not a boring person.
Yeah, but then don't come anyway. Like, why are you always coming and bringing your thing down? We're all here drinking. You know what we're going to do? You want to come there and sit there with your long face talk about, oh, I don't drink. Just stop coming around us. You're bringing us down. You are a boring person to us in this circle. You actually are.
No, I'm not.
That's
Thank
what I'm
you very
saying.
much.
I'm telling you.
No, bollocks.
Fine, I'm telling you what you are.
No. The fact that I'm not drinking doesn't mean I'm not having fun with you and you're not having fun with me.
No, but I'm saying if this is our setup, if this is the whole point of
our
link
we're meeting up as friends. We're meeting up to link up.
As friends, we link
Not
up, we drink.
drinking.
There's dynamics. That's why we always meet in pubs and bars and whatnot, and we know what going on. This is what we're doing. So whether it's wrong or right or whatever, in our mind, you are boring.
I will drink with you.
Huh?
I will drink with you.
Okay.
The fun will still be levels. I just wouldn't be intoxicated.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
So
fine.
I'm drinking apple juice, not Henny.
You can't call me boring if it is.
Yes,
you're
we can.
You're bent
You
up over my
can't.
jokes.
Yes, we
Bollocks.
can.
You
Yes,
can't
we-
because I'm still
we
part of the
can.
group.
Apple
No.
in my hand, bollocks.
We
You're chatting
can.
rubbish.
We
You
can.
can't because
You
I'm
can't
still part
call
of the
me
group. I
boring.
still
I'm
get.
telling you, we can.
I
I've gone with
keep
drinking
getting
culture
invited
of
to
friends. We've got
things.
people that try to do it. Or girls that want to come out or boys that want to come out and not want to drink with us. We tell them, don't bring
To be
them
honest,
around us
you're
no
right,
more.
You're right. You can
Don't
do,
stop.
You
Stop
can do,
inviting
you can
them.
do whatever you want to do.
Yes, no, we tell man.
We
Stop
can feel however we want to feel. We can do whatever we want to do.
Stop inviting them.
You don't get me,
Stop inviting them. No, I'm telling you, I'm talking from lived experience. We've told man, don't bring this person out with us anymore. Yeah, they're boring.
you know-
We don't like. They're not on. They're on what we're on.
This is trauma.
I'm telling you.
PTSD. So basically, the people who you call boring, they're boring. That's why you call them boring, because they were boring.
No, they might have been.
Not because they weren't drinking. It's
No,
because they
it's
were
mainly-
boring.
it's mainly
Because they
because-
could even drink and still be boring.
No, you can not drink and be a life party, but that's not what it's about. It's peer pressure and these things. You get me? We want to drink. We're coming up to drink. We're turning up.
Can
We
you
get
drink and
involved.
still be boring?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying, we set the rules, yeah? It's our friendship circle. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Everybody here is like-minded and equally yoked. If you're not on what we're on,
how
why are you even
trains
here
begin.
for?
Okay.
Huh?
Speak on it.
How trains begin.
I know that's right.
How
You start-
trains?
Yeah.
Yep.
I did the train on...
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's peer pressure.
Peer pressure is
death
mad.
to you blacks. Death to you young blacks.
I'm just telling
Gosh,
you.
man.
I'm just telling
Imagine
you.
you're not allowed in the circle unless it
you
is that
drink.
you get in line.
Yeah, that's what we're on. That's a real thing. Like I'm not talking from lived experience. That's a real
You
thing.
guys are such followers, man.
But I'm just saying you, it's a real thing. We've had it
damn.
before.
Sheep.
Don't bring them out with
Look
us
at full
anymore.
circle. Look at full circle.
it's not
I
just
stumbled
women.
onto Twitter this morning and said, that's a salient tweet by Mikey.
Why would I say it?
You ain't gotta copy everything the idiots do, you know.
Yeah, I'm talking about that stupid. I'm talking about one thing.
I don't want context.
Okay.
I don't want context.
No, but you ain't got to copy
Context
us.
doesn't
If
serve me here.
you ain't got to copy all the things idiots do. If you want to roll with us, this is it. This is
could
it.
never, ever fall for any of the stupid things that you men do.
Yeah, I know that's fine, but you just
Never.
won't be with us, innit?
Good. Don't want to be.
You've been not falling for it in your yard, which is totally fine.
Don't want to be. Man
Like I
said,
said-
I didn't think I lived till 21. I don't want to be with y'all.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm just saying. I've seen
I
it.
want to live.
I've seen it, and it's not about sex or whatever. Men and women. I've been told. I've brought a male friend, out with us. And his poor performance. They said, "Don't you bring this man out with us ever again."
When you say poor performance,
Drinking performance.
it's okay.
Poor performance.
Choo-choo.
Oh no.
Oh, what the hell?
Poor drinking performance. You get
You
me?
start scoring people for drinking.
Yeah.
What's a poor drinking? What does that look like?
Just probably left sober, innit?
You know what? I've had enough of this shit. I really have.
You heard stories
I've had enough.
from Beanos, right?
Sorry?
You've heard stories about his car, right?
Yes.
You've heard from him. There are days, nights I can't remember.
You can't remember.
That's supposed to be a promotional
Can you imagine?
thing for me. That's supposed to be marketing this experience.
Well, that's how you get to be the leader of the friendship group.
Because you
All right.
can influence them to come
You
and
imagine?
You
lose their mind, eh?
You lead by example, man. You get me? And if
Anyway,
you're not,
listen.
If you're not
Yeah.
with it, don't come out of us. Don't
Listen.
step.
All right, that's great. Do this on your podcast. Listen, yeah. Yeah. So I feel like if she looks back, there might be things she feels like, I don't know. But I just feel like if someone's labeled as a problem, I don't always just believe that they are the problem, because as we've just seen here a second ago, just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's the right thing. And just because everyone's saying that doesn't mean it's the right thing. I think with the way Hollywood works as well, if you're labeled as a problem to work with, that passes along very quickly. Mm-hmm. So sometimes like your reputation, precedes you. But then when people meet you, you might actually be cool. So I don't know Amanda Seales, man, but I know she's just been in situations with other people, other celebrities and stuff in the industry and whatnot. So there was that. Also, Brent, you will not like this. Actually, well,
I might.
you're a Drake hive, so you will. Well, you won't. But basically, Drake, Tupac's estate are basically threatening to sue Drake over the AI-generated voice. I'm here for it. Actually, no, wow, I came out. I didn't mean to say that. You know, said I didn't deep. I said that.
Why was it bad?
No, it just wasn't. It just it's just not giving wholesome.
Ah,
It's
not
been
giving J.
hateration.
Cole.
J. Cole's got nothing to do with anything. Why does I keep bringing J. Cole up? Gosh. Anyway, they said this estate. This is what the lawyer who's representing the legal rep, Tupac's estate said. He basically said that Drake has 24 hours to take down the freestyle, tailor-made freestyle. So you've got 24 hours to take it down. Is it down yet?
No, but
Okay.
apparently, I'm not sure if you've seen the pictures of who is the person responsible for this estate. But apparently, this same fella was sued by his mum.
The King guy. The guy in charge of the estate.
Yeah, because he stole 5.5 million over a period of time.
Howard.
Yeah.
Dear Howard.
Yeah.
Yo, what's that gonna do with that? That's family domestics. What's that gonna do with Tupac and his AI voice?
He's in charge of the estate. The affairs of the estate.
So whose mum sued him? Tupac's mum?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Howard King's mum. I was like, why is his mum entering the chat?
Who's Howard King?
Oh, the guy in charge of the estate.
Ah, cool.
The lawyer.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
sad. Well, that's all good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll hear from Tupac's mum shortly. But
I think I heard a theory that
Yeah.
apparently this, I don't know where I heard it. I don't know if it's from the J. Bodden podcast, a clip or something, where they said this rollout of AI being popularized
yeah,
by this particular, one of the biggest names in the world,
yeah.
is to bring AI to the forefront.
Wasn't that
Especially
CDA? We had a whole topic of the day about it.
Oh,
you're giving J. Bodden our
is that when we
credit.
talked about it?
Yes. We had this conversation, was it yesterday?
Well, I think there was another theory.
Don't be silly. Let me bring up TDA topics so about you got theories. You plagiarizer.
Oh, that's funny.
Are you plagiarizing in 4K?
That's funny.
You're,
But
that's
a
wild.
shout, no?
Huh?
That's a shout, no?
What's a shout?
That theory.
Sorry, where were you yesterday? Were you here yesterday?
I don't know.
Okay, give us your opinion
I
now.
don't know if it is I'm actually articulating the
I
theory
think you're doing- I
in a
think-
conspiratorial way that,
Yeah, because all you're doing is repeating what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
So you weren't listening to Joe Budden, you were listening to CDA.
Yeah, nah. Then I said the wrong theory. Let me remember. Because if it's something we already covered, that's not the one. Yeah. Because when I heard it, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, you didn't gasp yesterday.
Yeah, precisely. So
okay.
give me a while.
All right. So basically, Howard King sent a cease and desist letter to what's it called? Drake, and said that he's got 24 hours to pull down tailor-made freestyle. Otherwise, the estate will pursue all of its legal remedies against him. So his statement said, as in Howard King, the guy, said the estate is deeply dismayed and disappointed by your unauthorized use of Tupac's voice and personality. Not only is the record a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal rights, it is also a blatant abuse of the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. The estate would never have given its approval for this use. So, there's that. Did you guys know that on the Drake app, I think he was cussing Taylor Swift as well?
Was he gonna?
Apparently.
You mentioned that, though, but
Apparently, yeah, I didn't catch that. But yeah, man, so I don't know, we'll see what happens if Drake's lawyers and them are going to respond. And that's the thing with this AI stuff, it makes it very weird legally. Because legally, can you not? But I feel like that's someone's IP though.
Yeah, they haven't. Legislation is coming, but it
Yeah.
hasn't arrived yet.
But that's my IP though. It's me.
but not exactly.
But you're using what you know of me to produce a me without me being here.
What if I called you something else?
But the motivation behind you doing that is still me.
Yeah, but you've had, for example, people like Shine. What's that other guy? Is his name Gorilla Black? That sounded like Biggie. But because you saw them as human beings, like that were like, their own independent people.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily say they owe Biggie money. So what if we kind of did that with AI, but named them something else? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Little.
So,
They ain't gonna get no money anyway. It's Drake's lyrics, isn't it?
yeah, straight lyric.
Basically, yeah. But then it's tricky, man. I'm interested to see how this works out there. Because he's using someone's personality. Is that a crime? I don't know, man. But yeah. Speaking of which, though, just very random, but Will I Am.
Person's likeness, isn't it? So
You're using they're using a likeness. Even though it's your lyrics, there's a reason why you've chosen my likeness.
yeah, and you framed it as Tupac as well.
But did he?
They might have a case there. You might have to pay something.
If you don't take it down.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, though, just on AI, Will I Am was on Breakfast Club. He's so cool. But people will look at him and probably think he's a nerd. But in one of the videos, I can't remember what song it was, he was talking about AI in there. So he's very, very like tech savvy. So he had a jacket on, was it a jacket or hoodie, that has speakers where he can just be walking and he can just make a phone call. So he's got like AI, so you see how we got Siri? But he's got AI ones. And he has a radio show, him and I think it's Felicia, one of the AI people, like hosting the show. It was so cool. Like, so he basically made a phone call. Oh no, he was like, he basically was speaking to the one of the AI people through his jacket, just talking and just saying, oh, we're at Breakfast Club, say hello to everyone, And the thing was like, oh, morning, everyone, And then the thing went off about just talking about radio and whatnot. And I said, hey, I said, say hello to them. I didn't say you should give us all this boring detail. He's like, oh, sorry, morning, people. It was very, wow, very like futuristic. But he was saying that it can be overwhelming because basically he gets like invites to like, obviously advanced tech stuff and whatever, where like the miles and miles. I think Brent said it one time where like we get fed things, we're drip fed stuff in society. And we really are, because in one of their videos, I think the video came out in 2010 or 2009. In the video, he's explaining to other Black Eyed Peas that there's this thing. He was like, basically, I can make music without us actually being the ones to write the music. We just kind of with our likeness like that. And he opens the laptop and he's like, yeah, that's AI, And then how many years now people are now using AI. So he's very, very like ahead when it comes to all that stuff. And he was just like, yeah, like this is kind of the future and it's amazing. I just know he's rich. Oh, I know he's rich. But like, it was really, really, really cool interview. But he was saying how like he got invited to something one time and whatnot, like a conference or whatever it was. But he was saying it can be overwhelming because I think the conference, one of the days focused on like what the dangers, like how far it could go with it being used. And he was like, it can make you feel very overwhelmed and very like mad.
Yeah.
Because we can actually destroy ourselves. 100%. But then he was like, the next day, they obviously talked about, kind of brought down the mood or whatever. And then Charlemagne was like, yeah, but with all this stuff, what if like, he was like, with all the AI stuff, the fake stuff, what if someone puts out a message, let's say from Russia, because you know Russia been wilding. What if someone puts out a message, like, and says it's from Putin to the world and says, I'm about to press the nuclear button, blah, blah, and then other ones react. Yeah. And Charlemagne was saying like, this is the problem with AI and stuff. And he was just saying like, he just wants to be optimistic and just hope that people won't. But I feel like it's because it can be overwhelming to think that. It was, honestly, if you care about tech, AI, all that kind of stuff, check out the interview. It was Will I Am on Breakfast Club. It was really, really good. Like, he's like 10 years ahead in terms of technology and knows all the stuff that's happening like behind closed doors and the things that are being developed, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's so sick. So all this little, we're doing Hey Siri and whatnot, that's child play. He's been using Jermaine since Lord knows. But it's really, really cool interview. I really liked it. But yeah, man, that's it for me. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view.
Sorry. Just forgot. Emmanuel, do you know who Adrian Lester is?
Adrian Lester. Sounds familiar now, but maybe not.
Hold up.
Sounds familiar.
Can you remember Hustle back in the day?
Yes, the black man.
Yes.
Yes, Adrian Lester. He's from the UK, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. He was on... He's been on Bare Things.
Bare Things.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. He's UK film heritage. Yeah. So he's going to be coming on as a guest.
Oh, sick. Big up Mr. Adrian Lester.
Daniel has sorted it. Huh?
While I'm away.
What?
First of all, you can hear me. Don't make a scene.
No, I heard
definitely hear
AC from Wrong the Way.
Is it while I'm away?
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't hear that.
Oh. You've been cheeky.
No. And like, I don't know yet. Obviously, it's just been confirmed by Daniel, so that's an announcement. I hope it is that the chat knows who he is.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Man. Especially
Hustle was such a dope TV show, to be honest.
I'm trying to remember the other
He was
stuff.
in
It
Trigger
was
Point
in
as
bare
well.
things, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Trigger Point. He's in Renegade Nell, Undercover, Euphoria.
He's done some.
Life.
I've seen that Euphoria. He's done Hollywood stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day After Tomorrow, I think.
He was on the Graham Norton show the other month.
What was that?
Yeah, Feb.
Doing nunchucks.
Yeah, you saw it. Didn't it? Yeah.
I thought that was sick. That was so sick.
Yeah. Anyway,
When was that? Yesterday?
nunchucks.
No, we was out yesterday, innit?
That was 2 days ago.
Today's this.
I went yesterday, the day
2 days
before.
This was it, right? Yeah. See what happens when you eat a drink.
When you drink, you lose days. I didn't drink that much.
Well, you supposed to ask me a question.
When?
You went out after the motive, right?
Yeah.
And you all talked about, you had a fantastic conversation, right?
Yeah.
And were you supposed to ask me a question?
About?
I don't know. But I did tell Danielle you'd forget. If you drinking, you'd forget. And here we are.
Then I forgot.
100%.
Ah.
The virtues of
Do
going
you
out
remember the
drinking with
question?
you. I don't know the question.
Daniel said I was supposed to ask you something.
Yeah.
It's probably if he was going to pay for cans.
No, the cans wasn't. What was it? In fact, it could have been a thing because that's where it was introduced. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been the question.
Get off this topic. Did you hear them talking about going to Cannes, Emmanuel? And it
No,
being
no,
on
I didn't.
TNB's dime?
No, I didn't, you know.
Imagine. Anyway,
Imagine what?
never mind.
We're going for work.
Imagine what?
We're
Network.
going for work. For work
Repping
and
the brand.
networking, and you want us to pay. It's modern day slavery.
Do you know what got me?
When you say you're
What
going
got me is
for
the fact that
work,
he invited me.
when did I suggest that that's what we wanted to do?
Huh?
When did I suggest that that's what we wanted to do?
It's growth opportunities. You don't want to take them. You just want to. Bruh, do you know what we're doing, what we're building here, and you just want to leave that on the
To be
table?
honest, I like this type of pushback from you. Keep me honest, man. Keep me inspiring. Yeah, let's try and make it work. Let's try and make it happen.
See?
I like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna push back on that. Keep talking like that. Lovely.
All right. So our first thing I want to talk about quickly, it's going to be some train strikes. So staff at 16 train companies will be taking part in rolling one-day walkouts between the 7th and the 9th of May over the same sort of thing, which is pay and working conditions. An overtime ban will also take place between the 6th and the 11th of May. So passengers, please, guys, you're advised to check before you travel. Make sure that you're not going to be affected by it. So just in case you're unaware, the bank holiday, I'm pretty sure everyone knows when the bank holiday is, to be fair. But it's going to fall on the 6th of May this year, yeah? So that's going to be affected, guys. So bear that in mind.
No, she never said to answer the question, though. Brent already said that. Brent said that you don't have voices in his head, that you don't talk to yourself, remember?
Oh no, we're not going back there.
Yeah, we're not going back there, but that's what the conversation was talking about. But it wasn't going to ask you a question because you already stated how you feel.
Okay.
Like that.
And that was the question that she had said that you were gonna ask me.
But when she's saying it was about the voices, that was the conversation we were talking about because we was talking about the voice in his head, and she was saying that, and I was saying that. Well, Brent, she was saying, yeah, Brent said he don't have that, and I was like, yeah, he did. He's crazy.
Yeah, so like I said, there's going to be strikes on different days. It's between the 7th and the 9th. On the Tuesday, the 7th, C2C, Greater Anglia, Great Northern, Thameslink, Southeastern, Southern, Gatwick Express, Southwestern Railway, all of that, yeah, they're going to be striking, right? On the Wednesday, Avanti West Coast, Chiltern Railways, Cross Country, East Midlands Railway, Great Western Railway, and West Midlands trains, they're going to be striking on the Wednesday, on the 8th. And on the 9th, LNER, Northern Trains, and the Trans-Pennine or Pennine Express, they're going to be striking as well. So guys, again, bear that in mind. Come bank holiday week, there's going to be strikes. Related to rail services, Labour, they've pledged to renationalise most of the rail services within 5 years if they're elected. Are you hearing this, guys? I'm just telling you guys, obviously, not because I don't believe them, even though I don't, but because let's see if they're actually going to fulfill this promise and if this is even a good thing as well. But anyway, like I said, just to reiterate to everybody, if Labour is elected, they're saying they expect to renationalise most passenger rail services within 5 years. The party says it will meet the pledge by bringing passenger services into public control as the contracts expire. So obviously, a lot of these private companies have certain contracts with the government, right, to run these services, and a lot of these contracts are coming to an end. And what they're saying is they're going to take it over from there. You know what I'm saying? So they're not saying it's going to be completely renationalised. They're saying there will be a role for the private sector. However, most passenger trail rail services will be renationalised. They're also trying to implement automatic refunds for train delays and improved internet connections as well. Is I guess some of the few things that they're looking to bring in alongside this railway pledge as well. So yeah, that's what they're looking to do. Obviously, the Tories have kind of pushed back. There's a guy by the name of Hugh Merriman, who's the rail minister, Conservative MP. He says that the plans are pretty much pointless and unfunded. They don't have a plan to pay for the bill attached to their rail nationalisation. Without a plan, to pay for this means one thing, that taxes will rise on hardworking people. I pretty much was trying to say to you people earlier, the middle class will pay for this. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself what class you're in and see what's good. Next thing I wanted to mention is some of the UK's biggest banks, man, they're raising the mortgage rates. I know since the beginning of this year, we were talking about how mortgage rates are coming down, but there was some pushback regarding the Bank of England and whether they're going to be cutting interest rates. And so people are pretty much saying because of that, because it sounds like there's still hesitation about them dropping the rates, Barclays, HSBC, NatWest, they're basically amongst those who are looking to increase some of the costs on the fixed rate mortgages since Tuesday. Obviously, we didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday, but that's what's going to be happening. So yeah, mortgage rates, like I said, have risen over the past few weeks because obviously people's views have changed on whether the bank might cut borrowing costs, and we yet to see anything that looks like the Bank of England governor and the rest of the panel will be doing that. Next thing I wanted to mention is those who are interested in the stocks and stuff like that, who monitor the FTSE 100. Long story short, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, they reached a new record high, man. A new record closing price, yeah. So the index closed on Monday, actually, yeah, at 8,023.87 points to mark the new record, which has obviously now surpassed its previous high, which was back in February of last year of 8,012.53, which is up to 1.6% increase at its close. Some of the big, companies that contribute to that rise was retailers like M&S, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Ocado as well. There were some of the big rises of that day. Next thing I wanted to mention is Thames Water. Remember before we were talking about Thames Water being in trouble, they're in a huge amount of debt, and how they kind of got stopped from trying to implement some new ideas that would have affected us adversely, guys, to be honest with you. And Ofwat had to step in and say, guys, this is not acceptable. Long story short, they've now gone back to the drawing board and they're coming out and they're basically saying they're looking to persuade Ofwat now to let it raise our bills, right? If you're affected by if you get your water from Thames Water, by up to 44% over the next 5 years by increasing investment. Yep, they're heavily indebted and they're looking to spend £1.1 billion more on environmental measures, right? Obviously, like I said earlier, Ofwat dismissed their original proposal, which you spoke about a few weeks back, which led to questions about their future. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, wait a minute, if you got this much debt, you can't invest more, you can't justify or get the money in from us, the customers, how you even going to function? And people are talking about the government potentially taking over. But long story short, it's looking like they're trying to get us, the 16 million customers that they have in the country, to fit the bill, to foot the bill, man. So what they're saying is over the next 5 years, 44%, expect a 44% rise in your water bills if this is approved. There's not much else to say on that, to be fair. Meta, yesterday, their share prices, or price I should say, fell sharply after they revealed that it had raised their cost forecast for the current year. So it dropped 10% lower, their stocks, when they were talking.
On there?
What happened?
Oh, wait, do I Meta?
You talking about Meta?
No.
You know
No.
full well he using.
What is this? Who is that person? What is this, Brent?
The breaking news.
I'm just watching it in silence.
Oh, I've not seen this. You know, it came up on my thingy. Basically, this is Piers Morgan interview with somebody by the name of Crackhead Barney.
Is that a woman or man?
Crackhead.
Barney, I'm not too sure. You know,
Is that like a real person? Is it like satire or something?
no idea. But yeah, there's a clip or a full interview. I think it's Piers Morgan, that same person, and 2 other people, but I've not seen it yet. But yeah, I don't know if anyone in chat's seen it and they can, let us know. But yeah, what I was saying about Meta is that they're expected to fund new AI products. Zuckerberg's really on this new AI metaverse sort of thing, innit? And people are kind of feeling like, wait a minute, why you want to put so much money into this? And so when he kind of had a budget of I believe it was 30 billion to 37 billion, he's now come out to now say, look, guys, we're looking to spend more in 2024, up to from 35 billion to 40 billion. That's when people pretty much took their money out, sold their stocks, and it dropped by 10% yesterday. That's pretty much the last thing I wanted to mention. The only other thing is something that I guess we may have as a topic of the day later, is what you guys think about this Ukraine-Russia war. Because Ukraine, obviously, their thing got approved the other day. The Americans pretty much approved giving them an extra $61 billion of like aid. So this is going to include like weapons and all sorts, right? The weapons were part of a £300 million aid package that got approved back in March. They've now arrived in this month. And Ukraine, basically they started using these long-range ballistic missiles secretly provided by the US, which was, obviously against the Russian forces and things of that nature. But yeah, I guess long story short, what I'm trying to get at is, do you feel like Ukraine's going to win this war? Or are we just wasting money? Do they have what it takes?
Wasting money.
Wasting money.
Yeah, I think the lot of money being used.
Ben, what do you think?
No, they're not going to win.
So you feel like it's just a waste? So you
Against
feel
Russia?
like, yeah.
No.
You feel like eventually they're just going to have to back out?
As in the rest of the world that's helping Ukraine?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how long Russia decides to flex.
Mm.
Because they're not fighting just Ukraine.
Mm.
So, yeah, Russia's not going to lose.
But yeah, wasting taxpayers' money. But yeah, all right, guys, that's pretty much it.
Okay, are we woke a joking?
No.
All right, let's get into last headlines.
I have a question instead of woke a joke.
Okay.
Go on.
And it's not a jokey thing. It's not a wokey thing. Just a question.
Okay.
What was the most life-changing conversation you've ever had? Where were you? Who was it with? And what did you learn?
Oh, man.
Shout out on the homework. I don't know.
I need to think about that, boy.
All right. Well, I'll ask for your responses in the outro.
Excuse me? You think that's enough time to think?
Surely. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen, I'm in Lagos, so.
Precisely.
No, right now. Okay, we'll do our outro. All right, I'll have a think.
Do we need liquor, Margs?
Help you think.
I don't remember things. I compartmentalize. That suppresses a lot of memories. I don't need it. So I'm left to trying to draw for something. I don't know.
So unless you're trying to draw for something, I'm
gonna have to put in some real thought to think. I know I would have had meaningful conversations.
Mm-hmm.
The most life changing.
So much so that right now it's as though you are still there. You're hearing it verbatim. You're still feeling as you felt when you recall it.
Haven't had it yet.
Okay. All right, let's get into...
That could be a lie. But I need to think.
And that's fine. You have the outro. That's fine. Hopefully you'll be stimulated in the reaction. What's next one? Headlines?
Yep.
Headlines.
All right, people. Our next headline. This is a bit of a mad one. Potential topic of the day, but it could be a 2-minute topic of the day. And this is basically about the Barbados government and how they've halted plans to buy a £3 million former plantation from a British Conservative MP whose family profited from slavery. So Richard Drax, who's the MP for South Dorset, Dorset, owns a 617-acre land in Barbados that was once operated as a sugar plantation by its ancestors in the 17th century, where thousands of enslaved African people were forced to work. The government had planned to pay the market value for his land to provide housing for Barbadians, while simultaneously pursuing the politician for reparations over his family's instrumental role in slavery. However, following widespread backlash, the Prime Minister, Mia Mottley, has now announced that the acquisition will be paused in light of Barbadians' anger with the move. A public consultation will take place. The Barbados poet laureate Esther Phillips described the acquisition prospect as an atrocity, whereby descendants of enslaved African people are effectively compensating a descendant of enslavers. She also said that he should be giving us the land as reparations, not further enriching himself at the expense of Barbadians. As Barbadians,
Are they called Bajans?
I
two ways
think
of
they're
saying
both
it.
of them.
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
As Barbadians, we must speak out against this. Our next headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. And the UK's NCA, the National Crime Agency, has said that 3 men have been arrested in connection with the deaths of 5 migrants in the English Channel on Tuesday. The men were detained on suspicion of facilitating illegal immigration and entering the UK illegally. 5 people, including a 7-year-old girl, were killed in a crush on board. Were killed in a crush on board a boat that was crossing the channel. The boat was carrying 112 people at the time of the tragedy. Police identified the men as 2 Sudanese nationals, aged 22 and 19, and a South Sudanese citizen who was aged 22. The statement issued by officials on Wednesday said that the men were arrested on Tuesday night in a raid by the NCA and immigration enforcement officers. The 3 are being questioned now by officers at a police station in Kent. And the last headline, trigger warning on this one, guys, big trigger warning. And authorities in eastern Uganda have detained 7 members of a Muslim family following accusations of assaulting an 18-year-old girl who reportedly attended a church service. According to police statements, the girl was subjected to 100 lashes with a cane by her uncle, while 5 other uncles restrained her during the ordeal. The distressing footage of the incident circulated widely on social media, which prompted strong condemnation from Ugandans. The family, including the primary guardian aunt, has been taken into custody pending further investigations. Samuel Semawell, who's the acting regional police spokesperson, emphasised that the family members involved would face potential charges of assault or torture. He noted that the girl's condition, as slowly recovering pending medical examinations after the alleged assault. A local representative of the National Muslim Governing Board denounced the incident as barbaric and inhumane, emphasising that such actions do not align with the principles of Islam. Despite the ongoing investigation, the family has yet to issue a statement regarding the allegations. More than 6,000 people have arrived in Britain this year via small, overloaded boats, usually flimsy, inflatable dinghies that risk being lashed by the waves as they try to reach British shores. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills.
I know you guys have been dying for it. Let's get into reaction.
Missed that something.
Welcome to the reaction, people. Greek got away with murder yesterday.
Absolute murder.
Absolute murder. Any kind words you want to tell them about the Arsenal Chelsea game while we're here?
I'm at this stage with my relationship with Arsenal. These wins are just expected. So I don't know. It's just another day.
It's just another day.
Just another day.
Putting 5 past them. Just
Putting 5 past them.
This is light work.
Lights.
Should Poch at least get sacked for a performance like that?
I don't know what that.
No.
But apparently people are saying that he's actually getting some purchase from them.
I believe he is. Before that, he was doing all right.
So he shouldn't get the sack. He's only been there for a few months, right?
This is his first season, right?
I believe so, right?
Mm.
All right, give him another. Yeah.
All right. They
Another
held a
year.
drumming about I was telling you about Kai. You sold on him yet?
I think I was talking to Marvin Taser yesterday. My manager is very ruthless, and he's going to remember the times this season when he felt like throwing up in his mouth, right? And he is going to go into that transfer window and replace the players that caused him that vomit-inducing feeling. Now, I believe he knows what Kai Havertz can do and what he can't do. Marvin seems to think that he's going to keep him in midfield. I disagree strongly. I believe that he's going to go and he's going to replace Partey and he's going to get a proper number 8.
He might replace him, but if he replaces him, it's going to be someone that does exactly what he does, maybe better. Because I said
Which
it
is
to you.
good.
I said it to you from the beginning of the season. You might think I'm bantering and not joking. Just tactically and the way that Arteta wants to play football and the things that Havertz does, he's vital to the way Arteta wants to play football. That's why he persists with him. That's why he keeps him there, because it's the little things that you might not be looking at. And obviously, you want end results and goals and assists and whatnot.
Not
But
as a midfielder.
I'm just saying, because like the way he holds the ball, the way he travels with it, his movement off the ball, his passing, his whatnot, it's really vital to the way Arteta wants to set up. That's why
Not
he
as a
persists with him.
midfielder.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. 100% keep him up top. 100%. And I see him getting rid of Nketiah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I see him keeping Jesus and putting him as a when Saka needs a little rest, put Jesus there. But this transfer window, he's going to be ruthless and continue building on what it is he's been building. I think he wants 2 players for every position, just like his mentor. Well, just like the person he mentored. Pep.
Okay. Well, Chelsea got drummed. Last night, Liverpool.
Before we continue, can you remember when we were in that run-in and you were saying that we have the hardest games?
You lot.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah, you had the
We had
hardest
the
run.
hardest run-in, right?
Yeah.
And so far, we've beat who we needed to beat, right? We have Spurs next.
Well, you lost against Villa. No, you didn't. You beat Villa, innit? Who lost against Villa?
No, Villa beat us.
You did lose against Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the run is still going. Like, it's still hard, isn't it? It's still going, isn't it? You
But the
got to get
Wolves,
through it.
Chelsea, Spurs.
Chelsea, you done them. Wolves, you should have. So the hard ones. Chelsea's the only hard one that you've sailed through at the moment, isn't it? Obviously, you got to put the whole run in together, but you've
It's the whole
sailed.
running I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you've sailed through the Chelsea. There's more to come, but I actually reckon you're going to beat Spurs at the derby. For the derby, I reckon you're going to beat Spurs. I don't think you're going to walk out Old Trafford with all the 3 points for whatever reason. It's just because it's Old Trafford and it's United and it's
I think we have more chance to beat.
It was that second game of the season. I think that game's going to matter. That's what the problem is. You are probably going to keep it going, and that game's going to matter. And I just don't think you're going to walk out Old Trafford with all 3 points. Maybe a draw.
We
Yeah, right over there.
needed 3 points.
What happened?
I just hurt my hand. We needed 3 points.
Okay.
But I believe we have more chance. I feel more confident, is what I should say, beating United than beating Spurs.
Okay.
That's where I am.
That's away as well, the Spurs one.
Away. We are formidable away.
Okay. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But yeah,
I think every game will be tough. Until it isn't. And then I'm saying it was just like a regular day.
And then yesterday, Klopp basically said, unless there's total capitulation from City and Arsenal, the title's out the window. Title's done. Liverpool lost 2-0 away at Goodison Park in the derby.
You know who they have left?
Oh,
They have Aston Villa. They have Spurs and they have West Ham.
It's tough.
Of course it is. For Liverpool,
Yeah, they fucked it now anyway. They're done. They need to keep in keeping with you lot. They need to go toe to toe with you lot. Because obviously if City win their games, they're in front anyway. They need to be in keeping with you lot. So if there's a slip up, they can pounce. They're not gonna now pass you lot and City. It's like Klopp's not joking. Like, they're done.
you think Loons feels that way?
I have to ask him.
You're going to ask him?
Yeah, I know he's not going to want to talk about football on the
No.
pod, but
But whenever it is that he was on top, he was there telling me that, laughing at me and my manager and them things there.
yeah. So let's talk to him later, innit?
I try to talk to him. I see. I see.
I can see it being done for them. I can see it being done. There's a lot of questions asked to that. I thought they got it together. They went for a little run in the season, and the midfield was looking decent, if that makes sense. But Szoboszlai's kind of dropped off a bit. Endo's just whatever. Gravenberch hasn't been coming along. I think Curtis Jones must be injured because I ain't seen him. The front three hasn't got it together. Jota's injured. Obviously, if Salah goes off the ball, Luis Diaz and Nunes ain't giving you what you need with enough consistency. So yeah, but I didn't see it. I thought it was going to be all right, and especially because of Klopp's last season, I thought that would have galvanised them to get it done. But pressure bust pipes, man.
Question. I really don't like this era or generation of shallow, fickle fans, the one that you see online, because I'm seeing Liverpool, quote unquote, Liverpool fans saying we need to get rid of Salah.
But they needed to
replace Salah?
They've been needed to replace Salah. I've been saying this from 2 years. Like I was saying this from before they even got there. Them man was agent at the same time. They couldn't keep all of them, so that's why they got rid of 2 of them. They got rid of 2 of them, and then they kept Salah. But like, not even to say he's done, but you can't just wake up one day and then think. You've always got to look towards the future. How do you just wake up? Like, that would be stupid of anybody that's running a business. You need to replace Salah, yes.
Talk to me about what you just said. Like, you're saying it's customary to a guy who scored some of the most goals this previous season, and you then go and replace him the next season? And
he's getting older. He's clearly...
How old is he?
He's 30-something. He's in his 30s. He's a big man. He's getting older. How long do you think he's going to keep doing this for? It weren't just this season. He's been doing it for how many seasons in a row? There's burnout.
So
there's real life. I'm not saying he's finished.
You're saying he's finished. You're saying he's finished enough for them to get rid of him?
Not to get rid of him, because you can even keep him, but you need to start to earmark his replacement.
How old is Kane?
Oh.
Isn't he older than Salah?
Oh no, but they play differently. And Kane drops in, like Kane's skill set and Kane's things not reliant on pace and stuff like that. They play differently.
No, but you mentioned age, and I don't know why you've mentioned age.
Because they're going to burn out. What him, Firmino and Mane done, the amount of games that they played at the level and the intensity, the way that Klopp plays for all them seasons in a row, eventually it's going to come thing in it. So I'm not saying he's dead and he can't do it no more, but I'm saying you earmark it and you look at it and you look towards the future. You don't just wake up one day when he's burnt out and dead and say, okay, now we need to replace him. That would be stupid, Brent.
No, I don't know if we're arguing the same point.
So I'm saying you need to replace. You need to look to replace him.
Same point. I don't know if we're arguing the same point. In my head, he has a lot of work to do to compensate for the work that other people aren't doing.
Okay.
Is that correct? Is that what induces or increases the burnout?
If you go and check how many games he's played a season for the past 4 or 5 seasons, if you go and check how much goals he scored, how much running he's done, and whatnot, it's all conducive to burnout. It's not going to last forever.
Who, when he needs rest, who comes in and can actively replace him whilst he's resting?
No one.
And that's probably what you should be saying. They should get somebody to help him manage his fitness.
Yeah, but he's gonna. No, you're gonna need to replace him. You need to replace.
I didn't know that Salah was finished.
It's not. If you're gonna need to, you wouldn't need it anyway. I said this from years ago, from when it was with Firmino, Mane, and Salah, and they all aged at the same time. The next season, they was all going to be 30 and whatnot. You need to look to replace them. You obviously, clearly, you don't do it all at one time because you can't. But they got rid of 2, kept the 1. But you're gonna need to replace them. That's not sustainable.
How old is De Bruyne? Does he need to be replaced too?
Kevin's going to need to be replaced soon. Yeah, of course.
Soon.
How old is he? We'll see, because obviously he's been getting them injuries and that as well. Like, he might not be able to keep going like at that level thing. Yeah, you need to start. I don't know what you're trying to say to me.
What you're basically saying is that, like, Arsenal's just prime to just be the next superpower.
Not really. Why? Who's your got?
That's not where you're going?
No, not really. Obviously.
Fair enough.
No, that's not where I'm going. You ain't like that. You ain't like that. Until you start doing something, you're not really like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
You just look good. That's why you're just cosplaying. You're cosplaying the superpower because you haven't done anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You need to do the things to solidify you, to take you to cross the line, to certify you to do it. At the moment, it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
We'll see. But no, when you got a young team, so you are primed to stay together for a while. You ain't got players that you need to replace like that. Partey. The centre backs were all right because the defenders as well. Your full backs are all young. You got like a young team, so you're all right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna need to replace players.
The point that you keep going back to, I'm not arguing. This idea that if you can see that they're finished, you replace them. That's not what I'm arguing.
or if you still, or when it's coming. Why wait till like you? In my mind, I would prefer that you usher in the new talent, maybe so they can stay understudy for a couple of years, learn whatnot, and then you phase them out and replace them through. You always got a plan for the future. Why would you just wake up one day
Again,
and then
you're doing the same thing again. I'm not arguing that you shouldn't plan for the future. I'm specifically talking about Salah. I didn't know he was finished in the manner in which you were suggesting.
I've never once called him finished. You keep throwing it on me. I've never once said he's finished.
You need to replace him.
Because they don't have a replacement for him.
Are you talking about so he can rest and then come on and then rest and then come on?
Whatever it may be, however.
But that's what. Yeah, I agree. They don't have an adequate replacement. But I thought when you said replace him, I thought you meant sell him. You didn't mean sell him?
If they can cash in for him, if Saudi come in for him,
So
they
you
can get
didn't
money
mean
for
sell
him.
him. All this time I'm talking to
No,
you.
but if Saudi come in for him, offer money, yeah, get him gone, man. What are we doing here? Got a new gaffer, new thing, get him gone. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because his value is only it's going to be at peak value. You're going to get an optimum return. You've got all them goals, rest of the 10, and you can get money from him. You can cash in from him. You can rebuild again. Get him gone.
Well, to be honest, if that's what Liverpool fans are on, then
I don't know if that's what Liverpool fans are on, but for me, it makes perfect sense. If Saudi came in for Mo Salah this summer, anything upwards of, 30, 40 million, that's good going. Take the money.
How old is Casemiro?
I don't know, but Saudi, we're trying to, I think Saudi's coming for him. He's going to go.
And you're up for that?
Yeah, of course.
How old is Bruno?
Would be 31 or something like
And
that.
you're up for that? Him being gone?
No, Bruno's an Iron Man. Bruno's different. Bruno's got
He's different.
Yeah,
His age doesn't affect him.
No, Bruno's running. Bruno's plays every game. Footballers don't even move like Bruno move. Bruno's availability is one of his best abilities. So Bruno can keep doing this. Bruno's fine. Obviously, it could be an outlier. He's not like I don't know if him and De Bruyne are similar injuries, but De Bruyne's getting muscle injuries, he's getting layoffs, whatnot. Bruno turns up every single game. Bruno's fine. There's going to be a point that's going to come when we're going to need to replace Bruno. It's not now. You get me? But even then, there's nothing wrong with earmarking someone for the future, getting someone that can play in that role, that can understudy him, that can relieve some of the pressure, and finding that player now. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Fair. Do you think that City is going to have any trouble with Brighton?
I think there's more twists and turns in this season, and I know initially I'm thinking City are going to do it with everybody, but it's just not going to go like that, man. I don't know, man. They should batter Brighton. You should batter them. They should batter Brighton, really and truly. They should batter Brighton. I need to see their fixture list to see where I think the problem is going to come from, but they should batter Brighton. Where is it? Do you know where it is?
I think it's at Brighton, no?
They should batter. I
think it is.
They should batter Brighton. Let me not lie to you. Let me not lie. They should actually batter Brighton. And then
yeah, it's at Brighton.
Yeah,
it's today as well.
Yeah, but they should batter them. Arsenal went there and battered them. They should batter them, or at least beat them anyway. They should be cool.
Fair enough.
United beat Sheffield United 4-2. The Red Juggernaut.
That was a great
marching
win.
on.
You guys are back, man.
We're back.
Back, baby.
Back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Juggernaut goes marching on, man. Into a final. Hopefully we'll have a season. Hopefully we'll get a, I think if we win the FA Cup, we definitely had a better season than Arsenal.
Yeah, obviously. It just makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully.
Yeah,
but if not, then you had the better season.
Serious. Goddamn.
So I know all everything's resting on that. All your hopes and dreams are resting on the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And we're going in there at disadvantage anyway because we've got to play Man City. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But yeah. United 4-2. Bruno saved our skin. You get me? Led the revolution with a penalty, an amazing goal, and there was not much to talk about. I didn't even watch the game.
Yeah, I kind of gauge that you don't really watch football anymore.
No, I do watch football. I do watch football. I just missed the game. I got home. It was 2-2. I think Bruno just scored the penalty. I was watching it, but I fell asleep. So
yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, that game, FA Cup. Now that game, we're not really playing for
100%.
nothing.
100%.
So
FA Cup is what you guys are after.
Them
What do you
games,
think that matters at this point?
them games ain't really important. These league games.
At all. You know when it is that you're
Not
where you are in
really.
the league. Yeah. Can you finish in a position where you can qualify for Europe?
We're in
Is that
European.
possible?
We're in a European position now. You talk about Champions League.
You know, you don't play it like that.
What do you mean? You said Europe.
Let's play.
You said Europe.
Is it possible mathematically?
I think so. I have to do the math. I'm going to check.
Let me check.
You check for me.
Because you guys are on a hot streak.
The Spurs can lose every game.
This is it. That's possible.
Spurs can lose every game.
It's possible. Let me see where you guys are. You guys are right now. You're 6th and with 53 points. And
Spurs got like 66 now.
Aston Villa is on 66.
That's 9 points. Well, now we ain't got the goal difference. But yeah, they can lose every single game. We can win every single game.
100%.
So it's mathematically possible. We're still in the race.
Whew.
After all that.
Money's on you guys with your heritage and legacy.
What a season.
You know?
What a season.
That would even be better than City's if they win the league. From what Ten Hag has managed to do, win an FA Cup and qualify for Champions League.
With 60 different injuries. We've had the burst injuries.
This is what I'm saying. That's a better result than City winning.
Remember,
because they're cheaters, obviously.
You was complaining when one member of your backline was gone. We got two.
Two.
Yeah, I'm trying to say that. It's been tough for us all season.
I'm just saying, I'm making the argument.
It's been tough for us all season. So, you know.
I know what I'm praying for.
Hats off to him for the job that he's done under the circumstances.
Hats off indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Do they wear hats?
Sometimes. I can see them in hats. So yeah, that's the end of our football news.
Straight.
In some boxing news, Billam-Smith will defend his WBO cruiserweight title against Riakporhe at Selhurst Park on the 15th of June. Smith, he beat Okoli in it for the world title last year.
Yes, he did. That fight was. I don't like talking negative about Okoli, man. Hackney and all that. But I had high hopes for him. Early career, was getting criticised every week, pretty much, every fight. Then he switched up, remember? And he was boxing like, okay, this guy deserves to be here. Became world champion, loved it, so happy for him. But then he just kind of U-turned, man. And then that fight with Chris Billam-Smith, he should have won that fight. Before that fight, I would have said, yeah, easy win for him. Maybe not easy win, but a win for him. But Chris Billam-Smith totally dominated the entire... He dropped him like, what, was it 4 times? Something crazy. But to be fair, Chris Billam-Smith has improved, man. And his only loss has been to Riakporhe. You know that? Yeah. So they fought before. Riakporhe beat him before on points. And Riakporhe is saying, this time I ain't going to the judges, man. I'm going to get him out of there. But I think that's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight, man. Riakporhe is dangerous, man. Very dangerous. And Chris Billam-Smith as well. I think he's got a lot of experience now. He's beaten like good guys. He's beaten Okoli. He's beaten Chamberlain. He's beaten a lot of guys who are basically in that discussion right now, innit? In the cruiserweights in this country. So he deserves to be there, man. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. Yeah, that's it. You know, Crawford. What's the name of this guy? Crawford has just announced that he's going to be fighting, man. I think the Saudis basically made it happen. It's going to be in America, though. He's going to be jumping up to 154.
Okay.
Yeah, fighting for a title. What's his name? Is it Madrim? I can't pronounce it. Madrimov or something like that. Yeah.
You got a date done that yet?
They literally just announced it. You know, I think I saw it last night or something. Where is it? Let me get a few quickly.
What else is there to go through? That's the end of it. NBA news, if anybody cares. I think the Miami Heat would have leveled out the series and beat Celtics last night. So I think that series is 1-1. I know Tyler Hero's been cooking. I'm guessing he done another number last night. And OKC are winning 2-0. So if you don't want to know, what's the playoff picture looking like? In the West, the OKC are beating the Pelicans 2-0. My Mavs leveled the series up, so we took home court from the Clippers. That's 1-1. I think we're going to go undefeated at home, hopefully, because the defense is clicking now. Kyrie and Luka are the absolute truth. Minnesota are leading 2-0 against the Suns. The Suns are cooked, man. The Suns are cooked. That big three is not really a big three at all. Durant, Booker, and Bill is not working. With like Rudy Gobert and Cat and that, Minnesota are just too big. Minnesota are just too big for them. I don't know what, like, they can't stop them grabbing all these rebounds. offensive rebounds, second point chances, just general defense in general. They're serious. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Cat weren't even cooking that last game, and they still couldn't do it. The Lakers, I think they're done as well. Denver Nuggets are beating them that's 2-0 at the minute. Murray put on a show in the fourth quarter last game, won the game at the end of the depths. They got too much for them. I mean, even if they win any games at home, they ain't getting out of that series. I don't know what LeBron's gonna have to do. If he does, then I eat my words, mad thing. The East is 1-1 with Celtic and Miami, like I said. The Cavs are beating Orlando Magic 2-0. I ain't watched none of that series. It's two good young teams there, though. I don't know whether Orlando's got enough to get past them. The Cavs look like they're doing well. Pacers and the Bucks is 1-1 at the minute. Giannis is injured, and I don't think he's going to be playing for the rest of the series. I don't know whether Dame's going to be able to get it done. I don't know if they're going to get past the Pacers without Giannis there. I know Dame's cold in that, but he's been struggling in the second half of games and that in the fourth quarter. And Pascal Siakam's cooking. They ain't got no one that can guard him. He's putting up serious numbers. I think he's averaging like 35 and 10 or something in the first two games. So they need to stop that and slow that down, or they're going to be absolutely cooked. And then the Knicks are winning 2-0 against the 76ers. I didn't think they was going to be able to get past them, but I know Joel Embiid looked like he injured himself in the first game. I thought they was going to have a bit too much for them, man, because I was watching him. I like Brunson and that, but he's not. He's good. Nah, he's cold, actually. He's actually cold, but there was something about it that I just weren't really feeling when I was watching that game. I didn't finish it. I thought they were going to lose it. They came up to 1, then they won the second game. So 76ers might be in trouble, I believe. And yeah, that's the playoff picture so far. Not sure what game's on tonight, but I'll find out and I'll let you know how they went tomorrow.
Have you always been a Mavericks fan?
No?
Can you change like that?
Yes?
Oh. As in, is that what basketball fandom is supposed to be like?
I'm not American. I got no ties to these cities and these teams. I follow Kyrie Irving. Wherever Kyrie plays, that's what I support. So if he leaves the Mavs, I've supported the Cavaliers because that's where he got drafted. I was watching him from when he was playing at Duke in college. And he went number 1 and he was at the Cavs. He's my favourite player to watch because he's basically the best, whether you don't realise it or not. Like stylistically anyway. Other games, these men are boring. No one don't play like Kyrie. He's the truth. So I was with the Cavs, which was cool because then LeBron came back. So then we had Bron there as well. Then he left. I went to the Celtics. And that was cool because we drafted Jason Tatum and that. So I had Tatum, flexing with Tatum. Then he left and went to Brooklyn. And that was cool because Kevin Durant and James Harden came there. So we was flexing again. Didn't really work out. But that ain't nobody's fault. Injuries and the whole COVID thing and the Jewish stuff, everything. They never really got a chance to play together. And then he left and he went to Dallas, the Mavericks, which was cool because Luka Doncic is there and he's my second favorite player. So, long may it continue, man. This great run that I've been on basketball, enjoying myself. So right now, the Mavs are my team. And that's where we're at. Kyrie to the world.
Fair enough.
Like I said, I'm not American. I don't give a shit about these teams. I'm going to be struggling with these whack teams. I don't know. I'm from Oklahoma. What are we doing here? You know what I'm trying to say? I like players. I support players. I follow players. There's only a few players. I don't watch all NBA. There's only a few players that I actually even enjoy watching because there's a certain style of basketball that I like. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so if the team ain't got certain players on it that could do certain things, I'm not even watching it. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really like them. Bigs ain't really. It's usually guard. I like guards and guard plays. You need to have the right type of guard on there. And yeah, that's what it is. I follow players, not teams, really.
Just wanted to say, it is against Madrimov, Terence Crawford. It's going to be fighting on the 3rd of August on the undercard. Andy Ruiz is going to be back in the ring as well, man. He's going to be fighting Jerome Miller. So I think that's going to be a good fight as well, man.
All right, then. Well,
So yeah, August 3rd. And obviously we'll talk about it when it's time, innit? But it's around the corner, man. Fury and Usyk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Who wins that?
In my mind, Fury.
same.
All right.
This may sound stupid, but if Fury goes in the ring, you know that eyeball thing he does? He does that, yeah? If he does that, he's winning the fight. He's winning the fight. But if he doesn't do that, then I think he's going to be thinking too much, and Usyk might get the edge. So it depends. When I see them look face to face in the ring, but right now, yeah, my money's on
Has
Fury.
Usyk lost yet?
Nope.
I like how Usyk boxes.
Oh, he's a brilliant boxer.
And I think he'll be ready for Fury.
He's cagey. He's
gonna be
different.
100%.
He's always moving.
Yeah,
He's a proper boxer.
he is.
Uh,
He's got a wonderful IQ when it comes to boxing, 100%. But Fury has a great IQ too, and Fury is big. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to use his size. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing that AJ didn't do in the first fight. So I think Fury should be able to do that. He's a smart guy, man. And I think if Fury uses his what's the word? You know those little things that boxers do once you've got experience. That's not really by the book. Once he uses those things to frustrate Usyk, I think like we're gonna see Usyk kind of fade in later rounds. Especially gives him some good body shots as well. Strong shots to the body. I think Usyk will fade in the later rounds. Fury's too big, man. No Diddy, but that's it.
Right.
all right, man. Let's get into done out there, man. Why? No, someone I used to know trying to message me, talking about a stranger. I went and had a look. You look like a stranger. You have lost
What's something
it.
in the air? Something
I
happened to
don't
me
know
in the
why you're bothering me for.
I don't get that,
lost
you know.
it. What?
Like when people, so I got a missed call the other day. I looked at the time in which the missed call happened. I said, excuse me? But obviously I don't know who this is because the +44. I go and save. It's a guy from like way back.
Yeah, but how are they doing
Wait.
though? Would it make sense? Like, are they cool?
What do you mean?
Are they thriving or are they?
Oh, I don't know. I never returned the call.
You didn't look at a picture on nothing. The WhatsApp.
No. So I did.
And
He's still good looking.
Okay, so
Like he
that's all right.
looks, yeah, he just looks good. But I just felt, sir, please.
No, but that's all right. If they still look good, we ain't hearing strangers from people that look like a whole different person. It's like, what the hell are you doing? What makes you think I want to talk to you?
So I don't know. I don't know you.
I don't know you. This ain't the person I knew.
I don't know this face. That's so crazy, man.
Oh, his face. You like you ate somebody. Sorry.
You're.
Huh?
You know, take a second to register in my head.
I'm just saying. All right, cool. Are we in down there? Did you press it?
Sure did.
What has Anthony done? Why is Chijoke saying he should be in done out here?
Anthony?
Yeah.
What Anthony?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's the Anthony from your club.
What for? Copping his heirs to the commentary
Can't be
players?
that. That's last week's news, right?
Yeah, and plus he said what he said already. He's just protecting his players and his fans. He said you couldn't hear what they were saying. They was giving it, talking shit in it. So
Yeah, it can't be that.
I mean, it wasn't very classy, but that ain't worth a done it to me.
at all.
Especially since he came out and addressed it.
Mm.
Yeah, is that what he's talking about?
We'll see.
So we'll see.
This okay then, cool. I was reading up about this earlier, about this primary school teacher. Didn't get to the end of the story. I don't understand why she done it. She killed her boyfriend. Is it her boyfriend or a man she was seeing or something like that? She stabbed him in the neck. And then faked that she had COVID because I think she's like a teacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she faked that she had COVID because the COVID protocol, you got to quarantine for 10 days, innit? So she faked that they have COVID and then she used the next 10 days to bury him and to get rid of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was using his phone and stuff over the next few days, like texting his brethren and his family, pretending to be him. When really she killed him. But it's mad because I think she documented the whole thing and it was all premeditated and she was like she planned it basically, but it weren't her that killed it. It was her alter ego. That's why you gotta be weird with these girls that have alter egos like Sasha Fierce and all these things. So you don't know what they're capable of. No, you don't. We know what Beyonce's on, but we don't really know what Sasha's capable
Do
of.
we?
Well, do you know what I'm trying to say?
How do we know what Sasha face is on? That's funny.
So this woman, her name's Fiona Bill. So I think Fiona Bill's probably a nice stand-up woman, member of society. But Tulip 22, Tulip 22 is a fucking mad woman.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And she wrote it down in her book about how she was gonna stab him in his neck from left to right and go down. And that's what she done. She cut his jugular. Look, she said she's gonna stab him from left to right and like down, slight right. You get me? She cut his jugular vein. I don't know why she done it. I'm still trying to work out why she done it. And I think there was let me see. I don't know, but she's been claiming loss of memory and all kinds of stuff. I was just highlighting this because you need to worry about like, oh, look at her. She looks like a killer. She looks like
she looks cold.
mad woman. She looks cold-blooded, innit? I didn't get to the end of the story because I was trying to find out what excuse she gave for doing this. Because it's like, I don't know. And obviously dead men tell no tales. So I can't really...
Was that the guy she killed?
He was a builder.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so sweet. That's
Yeah, and he
horrible,
was
man.
cool. I don't even understand. I was trying to work out in the relationship, like what was going on. Like there was no like, you know, like sometimes she might have been like a woman scorned or like abused, stuff like that. There's no.
Apparently he was cheating. That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's why you can't be
A
cheating.
little cheating.
That's why you can't cheat on people, man.
Wait, no, because you ain't. One sec, you're not trying to.
That's why you can't cheat on people, bro.
You're trying to justify this.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm gonna say the damn thing other than
Are you?
that's.
Do you condemn? Do you condemn this woman's actions? That's what I want to know.
Do the fit.
This is bullshit. No, we can't even get. We can't get to condemn.
No. Of course, what she did is bad. But when you what she did is horrible. That's disgusting behavior, right? But when you said don't be dating girls with alter egos, don't be cheating because you don't know who you're gonna meet. You might think you're mad for cheating. She might be madder.
Oh my God, he's a United fan. No.
Ah, man, that's horrible, man. I definitely don't
Nah,
condone it.
man, he
That's
was
horrible.
a good man. He was a good man,
He was alright.
essentially.
He was alright.
We don't know why he done it. You got to the end of the story. Has she actually said why she done it? Just because of cheating, literally?
Yeah.
So she found out he cheated, but she took him back though, innit?
Yeah, just to kill him though.
Ooh,
Yeah.
she's cold.
Because she lured him into the bedroom for sex. Then knifed him in the neck when he was tied to the bed.
Oh, that's horrible. That's cold.
Oh, she said let's play a
murder.
kinky sex game and tied him up.
That's
man,
cold-blooded
them.
murder.
You got to be careful who you're letting tie you up, man.
What?
Huh?
That's the story you draw for. That's the moral of the story there.
Like some people want to experience shit, innit? I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. I don't know how people do that. I couldn't. Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
You wouldn't let a man tie you up?
Not after I cheated on him. Hell no. Hell no.
Nah, that is horrible, man. Yeah, for real, man. She got soulless eyes, man. I can't
Yeah,
believe
she
done
did that shit.
She's a piece
She
of
knew
shit.
exactly what she did.
Well, Tulip 22,
Truly.
yeah, well and truly done at it, man.
It's actually her alter ego name.
Yeah.
So did she say her alter ego did it?
When they caught her in like a diary writing in it, but when she was writing in her diary, it was all about what Tulip, like she was writing as Tulip in it. Like so, she manifested it like Tulip
Double
was
in
gonna
there.
do this, innit? Like so, yeah. Maybe they should find a way to give Tulip the time and let her go.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Well, but yeah, man.
Is that kind of stuff exciting for you red-blooded men?
What, getting tied up?
Nope.
What, cheating?
Nope. Having women say that they have
Alter egos?
seasoning and spice up in there.
No, I don't know. I've never
Or is
really.
it just pure filth that she's their type into?
When you say filth,
I've never come across a woman that's openly told me about her alter ego, and I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I'd have too much to say about that. She won't like it. She probably does witchcraft. It's probably like soil, like homegirl with afro.
You know the interesting thing about this, what you just said? She probably does witchcraft.
Yeah.
In fact, let me not go there. I'm not go there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. How about you, Manuel?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that alter ego stuff, man.
Does it excite? Does it depend on what she looks like?
I mean, everything does, doesn't it?
Mm.
So, in Margs, if it is that she looks completely fine and she playfully says that she's got another name, and more comfortable for her to be nasty.
Trouble in there.
It's just you said you like cosplaying, right?
I mean, you do it. You do it, but
What is it?
one and done. Maybe like you're not sticking around for that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously you don't know what you don't know, innit? And obviously as an explorer and a conqueror, you get what I'm trying to say? Like you're gonna see what's over the horizon, you know. But you don't stay.
So you take Molly
What?
Where did that come from?
What the fuck? What?
as an explorer, as a conqueror. You know, new experiences.
Yeah, I'm scared of drugs, you know, because I got like an addictive personality. So if I don't know them kind of things I like, I'll be doing them all the time.
But this wouldn't be something that you get addicted to.
What? Egos.
Yeah, Rose 53.
No. You got to be measured when you're making those kind of decisions, man. You can't get. Some men are addicted to crazy gal as well. Some men love
100%.
toxic relationship and the crazy gal, but the crazy gal usually got good pom pom as well. So it's mad. It's tough.
Thing is, you know this from first-hand experience
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know someone's mad till it's too late.
until you turn them mad.
It's the girls with crazy eyes, yeah, because there's girls with crazy eyes. And I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's some women that you can just see in their eyes, in their eye them, just the way that their eyes are set, that they're crazy, that there's trouble in there. And girls with crazy eyes usually got good pom pom. It's true. It's bad.
Do I know any girls with crazy eyes that you can basically say that one? Do you know about this crazy eyes stuff, Emmanuel?
Oh my God, fairy man.
So yes? So wise?
Yes.
I can't think of. Yeah, I'm not saying.
I hope this who I think
It probably is.
I wanted you to tee up to say, but
It is.
I
Yeah.
like that you're not saying to say.
Yeah, she's definitely got crazy eyes, and you know she has. You know she has. She's got crazy eyes.
I know the person.
Probably, I don't know, but yeah, she got crazy eyes.
Probably.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that Spider-Man thing is really the all right, let's push on.
All right, let's get to the outro.
All right.
Okay. All right, people, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. Also, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all that great stuff. Share it as well. Join us on Discord. If you want to send your dilemmas in, the number is 075-6484-1073. And if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on a show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Have a great day. Bye.
Peace.
Are you going to say a special goodbye season as you're going to be gone for 10 days?
I am going to be gone for a while, for a minute, but I will be back, and these lot are going to hold it down.
Do you have
But
to
it's
buy?
only 1 week because you count the weekend.
Yeah, technically, actually, to be fair.
Do you have to buy stuff to be able to tune in, like credit?
No, I just have no more. I mean, I've got a number there, so I'll just do that. And I've got Wi-Fi and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be up in there tuning in.
Cool. All right, people. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Peace.
Ciao.